8 months later, some people are celebrating with a mock terrorist attack. What kind of provocation is this? Why should we accept this provocation? Look at the visuals very clearly and ask for sensitivity here. Is there some signaling some people are trying to do, and what is the way these people should be dealt with who talk like that, who do these kind of things? If this is an attempt at trying to project a mindset of conflict and combat in our society, where is the rule of law?
No compromise on Ram Mandir. Zero compromise on Mandir theft. Yogi government's zero compromise approach. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally. Co-presenting by Borger Paints, paint your imagination. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies since 1820. TVS iQube, India's favorite family EV.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और बरसात। अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look.
बात करेंगे।
अरे आप politician हो, आप politician हो, आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला हम्बल हो, मैं हम्बल हो रहा हूँ।
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about.
There were
you.
no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now.
This is
There was no Viral Bayani then.
back then. It was just
What do you mean back then? If you keep talking, I'm over a decade older to you. If you keep saying back then I'll stop driving the car here.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean.
What am I then? Back then.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover 2 lies, he lies a 3rd time and a 4th time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that.
No compromise on Ram Mandir. zero compromise on Mandir theft. Yogi government's zero compromise approach. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Presented by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally. Co-presenting by Borger Paints, paint your imagination. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies since 1820. TVS iQube, India's favorite family EV.
Major national changes in 10 months. From Mission 362 MPs to Uniform Civil Code. India braces for big political moves. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users. Co-presenting by Borger Paints, paint your imagination. Co-powered by IIHM International Institute of Hotel Management.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Very warm welcome. You're watching Super Prime Time with me, Mishra. Let's get started with the headlines. Ram Mandir Trust General Secretary Champat resigns after being asked to step down. Anil Mishra, another trust member, also resigns as 8 accused are arrested. Accused named in the FIR and temple donation theft have been sent to 3 judicial custody. Yogi Adityanath says no one will be spared in the case. The BJP government set to introduce a bill to implement the Uniform Civil Code in West Bengal Assembly on the 29th of June. CM Fadnavis approved setting up a fast-track court in the Pune Lohagarh murder case, appoints Ujjwal Nikam as a special public prosecutor. India launches Operation Amistad for earthquake-hit Venezuela, dispatching relief supplies, medical teams and emergency equipment to support rescue efforts. Indian Army leads the operation. Now, the Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case today took a major turn. 8 accused arrested, now sent to 3 judicial custody. And the important part of this development, viewers, is today's development is that Champat, who's the General Secretary, was asked to step down and he has resigned. Also, Anil Mishra, another member of the trust, the Ram Janmabhoomi Temple Trust, has also stepped down. Yogi Adityanath today, in fact, also stepped up his attack on the opposition and in the warning against anyone who has tampered with the faith of the Sanatanis. He also assures the strictest action, saying that no one will be spared in this case.
After Yogi's no-tolerance policy in the Ram Mandir donation row, 8 people have been arrested in the case. The court has now sent all the accused to judicial custody till July 29th. Investigators allege that donations collected at the Ram Mandir were siphoned off, with nearly 7 to 7.5 crore rupees believed to be missing.
एसआईटी की जो जांच हुई है उसी के अनुक्रम में ये एफआईआर हुआ था और एफआईआर के अनुक्रम में जो सीओ महोदय हैं, जो इसके आईओ हैं, अयोध्या सीओ, उनके द्वारा ये जो रिमांड लिया गया है और रिमांड के अनुक्रम में जो इनका 8 लोग जेल गए हैं और 3 दिन के लिए रिमांड दिया गया है और रिमांड के क्रम में जो और तथ्य आते हैं उसके आगे फिर कार्रवाई की जाएगी.
The SIT's preliminary findings led to the arrest of 8 individuals, including temple staff, a retired banker and close associates linked to donation handling. But the biggest political shock came when Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust General Secretary Champat resigned. His resignation came a day after the FIR and the arrest. The pressure mounted after investigators arrested Ram Shankar Yadav, alias Tinu, driver and close aide of Champat Rai. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath assured strict action while accusing opposition parties of exploiting the issue politically. He said those who once opposed temple construction are now trying to weaponize the controversy. Questions intensified over whether accountability stopped at the operational level or extended further.
ये जो विश्व हिंदू परिषद का अंतर्राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने कहा है कि एफआईआर कराया जाए, जब उनको पता चल गया कि हमारे हाथ में कैंसर हो गया है तो हाथ काटने के बाद उन्होंने कह दिया। इसके पहले नहीं कहा करते थे, लेकिन हाथ नहीं काटा गया, उंगलियां काटी गई हैं। ये जो 8 लोगों के ऊपर एफआईआर कराया गया है, ये तो कैंसर के हाथ की उंगलियां हैं, अभी हाथ बाकी है।
Opposition parties have now sharpened their attack. The Samajwadi Party has called the case nothing short of corruption.
नैतिकता क्या होती है? ये तो सीधे तौर पर वहाँ जो घपला हुआ है, घोटाला हुआ है, उसके लिए जिम्मेदार हैं। नैतिकता का इनसे क्या संबंध? इन्हें स्वीकार करना चाहिए कि हम गुनहगार हैं और ये घपला हुआ, उसकी जिम्मेदारी स्वयं लेते हैं।
While expressing disappointment, VHP leaders appealed against politicizing the issue and said that the truth must emerge through the investigation.
ये तो स्पष्ट है कि ट्रस्ट में कुछ समय से ये होता रहा और इसकी अनदेखी हुई, तो मैं ये मानूंगा कि ट्रस्ट में अपनी जिम्मेवारियों का ठीक से निर्वाह नहीं कर सका और ये अनदेखी हुई है जो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। मैं ये भी मानूंगा कि राम जी के चढ़ावे में से चोरी होना, इसने हम सब हिंदुओं को लज्जित किया है।
Adding to the political pressure, Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal claimed that only small players would face action while influential names may escape scrutiny.
ये जो फर्जी एसआईटी बनी, अब कल फर्जी एफआईआर हुई, उस फर्जी एफआईआर में 8 छोटे प्यादों को आरोपी शामिल किया गया, कोई बड़े नाम नहीं है। तो फर्जी एफआईआर, फर्जी एसआईटी, तो एक तरफ तो इतनी बड़ी महा डकैती हुई और दूसरी तरफ इसमें जितने बड़े बड़े राक्षस शामिल हैं उनको बचाने की कोशिश की जा रही है। ये एक तरह से सभी हिंदुओं के जले पे नमक छिड़कने वाली बात है।
Champat Rai remains one of the most influential figures associated with the Ram Mandir temple movement. Rai spent decades at the center of the Ram Mandir movement before becoming the trust's most visible face. Now, with arrests made, resignations tendered and all accused behind bars till the 29th of July, the larger question remains, will justice be served to the Ram Mandir devotees?
Now, in the Ketan Agarwal murder case or the Pune murder case, investigation has taken several dramatic turns by the police reconstructing the alleged crime scene. And in fact, new forensic findings and conflicting statements from the accused have brought in new turns. Now, the victim's family is also demanding the harshest punishment. In fact, Maharashtra Chief Minister today met the father of the deceased Ketan Agarwal, assuring a fast-track trial and also appointing senior advocate Ujjwal Nikam, who is the 2611 prosecutor as well. He will be the special public prosecutor in this case from here on. Republic brings you the latest in this report.
The investigation into the sensational Ketan Agarwal murder case has entered a crucial phase, with Lonavala Rural Police recreating the entire sequence of events at Lohagarh Fort. Sia Goel and Chetan Chaudhary were brought to the crime scene along with forensic experts to reconstruct the alleged murder. According to investigators, Sia and Chetan remained in constant contact through digital chats, which are now being treated as crucial evidence. While police claim both accused have admitted to participating in the conspiracy, each is blaming the other for delivering the final push that allegedly sent Ketan into the 400-foot gorge. Republic has also accessed key investigation details suggesting that the accused carried out multiple recce visits to Lohakar Fort before the alleged murder. Digital analysis shows repeated searches related to Lohakar Fort, Vichukata and Fort's dangerous ghost point prior to the incident. Sia told investigators that she did not want to marry Ketan. Chats recovered from the devices portray the couple as affectionate and preparing for marriage, raising questions over Sia's latest claims. Another Republic exclusive reveals that investigators are questioning Sia's brother to determine whether she had ever expressed reluctance about the marriage before the incident. Ketan deliberately left his mobile phone elsewhere to conceal his location and allegedly communicated with Sia using hand signals at the fort. Ketan's father met Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis seeking justice, an SIT probe and a fast-track trial. The Chief Minister assured the family the strictest action against those found guilty.
हमारे साथ विशाल अग्रवाल जी हैं, केतन अग्रवाल के पिता। आपकी सीएम से मुलाकात हुई, क्या बात हुई है?
सर, उन्होंने मुझे आश्वासित किया है कि फास्ट ट्रैक पे लेके इसका निर्णय जल्दी से जल्दी लेंगे।
और क्या इस जांच पर भरोसा है आपको?
जी, मुझे उनके ऊपर पूरा भरोसा है।
आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या इससे पहले चेतन चौधरी की सिया से दोस्ती आपको पता था?
नहीं जी, हमें नहीं पता था।
The Maharashtra government has also accepted the family's demand to appoint senior advocate Ujjwal Nikam as a special public prosecutor and to move the case to a fast-track court. Meanwhile, Sia's father has publicly stated that if his daughter is found guilty, she should receive the same punishment as the victim. Republic spoke to Sia Goel's advocate, Ashutosh Srivastav, who says there is a lack of witness in the scene.
As we know that there are certain provisions like Article 22 is there, then there are certain provisions like Section 25 of the Evidence Act, and these provisions say that anything, whatever is said before the police station during detention cannot be treated as a piece of evidence. Then, there are provisions in the Constitution as well which clarifies that such confessions cannot be used as evidence against the accused.
Investigators continue to examine forensic evidence, digital records, and witness statements as they work to establish the complete sequence of events leading to Ketan Agarwal's death.
Meanwhile, 14 UBT, that is Uddhav Thackeray's party's MLAs, are set to follow the 6 rebel MPs and join hands with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena. Now the blow comes as even a greater one for Uddhav Thackeray as Operation Tiger 3.0 takes shape. With this exclusive report.
After 6 UBT rebel MPs joined hands with Eknath Shinde, 14 MLAs are now on the Deputy Chief Minister's radar. Operation Tiger 3.0 has begun to take shape as 14 MLAs of Uddhav faction entering into talks with Eknath Shinde. 14 out of 20 MLAs of the Uddhav faction held a secret meeting with Shinde at an undisclosed location. Reaching this 14 MLA mark is critical as it represents the 2/3 majority required to safely split the legislative party without triggering the anti-defection law.
After rebellion of 6 MPs of UBT faction Shiv Sena, now out of 20 MLAs, 14 MLAs are set to change their faction, switch their faction, and the sources indicate the meeting regarding the same has happened, and this meeting happened at an undisclosed location in a very secluded place. So this meeting happened between the 14 MLAs and the Deputy CM of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde. The Maharashtra politics is set to see one more biggest political turmoil, and Operation Tiger 3.0 is underway. So as of now, the sources indicate that the 14 MLAs are in talks with the Deputy CM Eknath Shinde, and also the reason behind his absence in the legislature yesterday for the ongoing monsoon session in the assembly is this very reason, that he had a meeting with the 14 MLAs.
The move comes barely a week after 6 rebel MPs joined the Shinde faction at a press conference in Mumbai. According to statements from the rebel camp, the MPs cited several internal grievances for leaving the UBT faction. Among the grievances were lack of resources and funds, leadership accessibility, as well as ideological alignment with the Shinde faction. The operation's impact expands beyond the UBT camp. 23 total opposition legislators from the MVA, including Congress and the NCP-SP members, recently boycotted a critical opposition strategy meeting, indicating wider discontent. With Operation Tiger gathers momentum, the already fragile opposition in Maharashtra are staring at yet another devastating setback.
And the Uniform Civil Code has become the latest political flashpoint in West Bengal now. Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari has announced that the BJP government is set to introduce the bill in the Assembly on the 29th of June, saying that Bengal will follow the same model adopted by the BJP in other states that it rules. So the announcement has drawn sharp reactions from the opposition, even as Chhattisgarh has also begun work on its own UCC draft.
The BJP government says that the Uniform Civil Code will soon become a reality in West Bengal.
देखिए यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड बंगाल में होगा एक प्रोसीड्योर होता है हम लोग असेंबली में बताऊंगा एक कमेटी बनता है एक सिटिंग जज के नेतृत्व में गुजरात उत्तराखंड आसाम में जिस तरीके से हुआ प्रोसीड्योर मानते हुए होगा
Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari has announced that the UCC bill will be introduced in the Assembly on June 29th. Shubhendu Adhikari said that Bengal will follow the same procedure adopted in Gujarat, Uttarakhand and Assam. He also said that a committee has been formed and further details will be placed before the Assembly. The proposed Uniform Civil Code seeks to create a common civil framework governing marriage, divorce, succession and live-in relationships irrespective of religion. The bill also proposes a ban on polygamy and makes registration of live-in relationships compulsory.
UCC is one of the utmost important bill to be introduced in West Bengal. There are a lot of reasons I don't want to discuss on that part. Yes, state government decided to introduce UCC West Bengal Bill 2026 on Monday. And you know that there are other states like Uttarakhand, already they passed the bill. Already the bill is placed in the assembly like Bihar and few other states.
The announcement comes as Chhattisgarh has also constituted a 5-member committee to prepare a draft for the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code. The panel will be headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai. The move has triggered strong political reactions, with the TMC opposing the proposed legislation. CPIM has also questioned the need for a uniform civil code, saying it must be examined carefully before implementation.
लॉ कमीशन ने कहा कि अभी क्योंकि हमारे देश में इतनी विभिन्नता है तो इसलिए इस समय यूसीसी की न कोई ज़रूरत है और न उसको सही तरीके से अमल में ला सकते हैं.
With the bill set to be tabled on June 29th, the Uniform Civil Code is now set to become the next major political battle in West Bengal.
And a fresh political debate has erupted over NCERT, another NCERT textbook lesson. Now, NCERT has introduced a section on the Election Commission's Special Intensive Revision It has lauded the process, it has lauded Election Commission, it has explained the process of the SIR. This is for the Class 9 Social Science textbook, the new textbook. So while the chapter describes India's electoral process as unparalleled, saying SIR helps ensure no eligible voter is left out, the opposition is questioning the timing and the content of the inclusion. Here's more.
A fresh political row has broken out over NCERT's new chapter, Elections, in Class 9 Social Science textbook. The new chapter introduces a section explaining the Election Commission's special intensive revision.
देश के लोकतंत्र के लिए चुनाव एक बड़ी प्रक्रिया है। सरकारें बनती हैं, बिगड़ती हैं, हर 5 साल में जनता को निर्णय करने का मौका मिलता है, तो ये तो पाठ्यक्रम का हिस्सा होना ही चाहिए। एनसीईआरटी ने ये पाठ्यक्रम में शामिल करके बहुत बड़ा काम किया है। हमारे बच्चे प्रारंभिक दिनों से ही देश के लोकतंत्र के ढांचा को जानेंगे, चुनाव प्रक्रिया को समझेंगे और चुनाव आयोग की भूमिका को समझेंगे, तो हमारे देश के लोकतंत्र के लिए बहुत अच्छा होगा।
The chapter says SIR updates, verifies and corrects electoral rolls to ensure no eligible voter is left out and no ineligible voter is included. It also says the exercise helps at young voters who have just turned 18 while removing names due to death, change of residence, duplicate enrollment or permanent untraceability. The chapter describes India's electoral process as unparalleled and highlights the Election Commission's role in conducting free and fair elections. It also explains how electoral rolls are revised before claims and objections are settled ahead of publishing the final voter list. The BJP has welcomed the move, saying students should understand India's electoral system before they become voters. The inclusion, however, has drawn criticism from the opposition amid the continuing political debate over SIR.
संविधान के 324 धारा के अनुसार इलेक्शन कमीशन का बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका है, लेकिन गणेश कुमार के नेतृत्व में इलेक्शन कमीशन वो काम नहीं किया।
The development comes a day after NCERT also introduced a new section on the 1975 emergency in the same Class 9 textbook. With curriculum changes now triggering political reactions, the debate over what students should learn about India's democracy has intensified.
With that, a wrap in this edition of Super Prime Time. But don't go anywhere, viewers. 8 p.m. Arnab Goswami debate, and time for the big debate at 9 p.m. on Ram Temple. Major action taken by Yogi Adityanath, saying no one will be spared in the theft row concerning the iconic Ram Temple donation. We'll tell you more about that, viewers. And let's switch to the short break.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, Desh ka Kisan, Desh ka Hero.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MDH का जल जीरा जीरा से
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MDH
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट।
अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, India's leading producer of stainless steel.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast. And the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks, let me tell you this, viewers. Now, the police arrested the accused, and there was a procession.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो।
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से MDH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से MDH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए, उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है। तभी तो रिचमैन बनना नहीं आसान है।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े। असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much. आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ.
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus, right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzi.
Then.
Major national changes in 10 months. From Mission 362 MPs to Uniform Civil Code. India braces for big political moves. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users. Co-presenting by Barger Paints, paint your imagination. Co-powered by IIHM International Institute of Hotel Management.
I remember I went and came back very proudly with a Radiohead cassette.
Okay.
And the rewind button.
Yes.
And I would know exactly how to rewind to the first first note of Radiohead and the Creep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some songs just lift you up. And I like songs that are a mix of soulful and at the same time very strong lyrics.
No, and Radiohead's Creep is the best song for introverts because it actually defines what an introvert is, you know.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know that
Ricky Cage just called me introvert.
No,
Absolutely true.
slow heat always works wonders.
With everything?
With Indian food.
With Indian food. Slow heat.
Slow heat, always.
What is the dish that can take the longest time to cook to deliver the ultimate perfection?
Kyali pulao. Sorry.
Kyali pulao.
दुनिया का हर नेता, हर देश इस बात को भली भांति समझता है कि आज के भारत के लिए नेशन फर्स्ट ही सबसे बड़ा मंत्र है, सबसे बड़ा सिद्धांत है।
This jointness which we saw in Op Sindhu, it's something not new to the Defence Force. We just executed our plans. So it was like a bread and butter for us and we did what we had.
So this was a coordinated action. The reach, the persistence and the threat of the carrier battle group and the entire fleet resulted in the fact that all the elements of the adversary were very, very close to the coast, and which is what we wanted them to be.
Getting everybody together into a multi-domain operation, it continued. Operation Sindoor has not ceased as yet, it continues. It will continue till the time we have the scourge of cross-border terrorism in our country.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
On the show tonight, the 8 or 10 big things that could be happening at the national level soon. And on 9 p.m. tonight, no compromise on Ram Mandir. Why are those who are even afraid to go to the Ram Mandir, visit the Ram Mandir, questioning the action the Yogi government has taken? Ladies and gentlemen, there are 10 big things the government may do, and I believe that all of this could happen in the next 10 months. Now, there is nothing on record to say all of this is going to happen, but these are 10 things that the government may do, and I'll tell you their current status. First, we all know the BJP is going to go through a huge organizational reshuffle. You have a new BJP president. The BJP will be restructuring its organization from top down, new central leadership, new teams, major state-level reshuffles, and this is aimed at strengthening the party before the 2027 Assembly elections and the 29 Lok Sabha elections. Second big thing which will happen is I think there's going to be a big cabinet reshuffle, widely anticipated. This has been anticipated for the last year or so. Reports are suggesting fresh inductions, new talent, portfolio changes, greater representation to women, though there's been no official confirmation of this. Third, along with the cabinet reshuffle, there's going to be a governor's reshuffle, and the centre is thinking of considering appointments to vacant Raj Bhavans, sending some senior BJP leaders, some retiring NDA leaders. But this is going to complement the cabinet reshuffle. And then there's going to be a huge push for a two-thirds majority. It's already there. The NDA continues to improve the numbers. They're pushing hard to 360. In fact, if some abstain, then even 350. If more abstain, even 340 can be a two-thirds mark. But if they get these numbers, remember, this is securing a key political objective before major reforms. And what are those reforms? Comes to number 5. Delimitation bill, one thing that the Modi government wants to push through, the Constitution 131st Amendment bill, the delimitation bill. What does this do? This changes the size of the Lok Sabha. It needs widespread parliamentary support. It needs the two-thirds. So they want to try and do this and increase the number of MPs in the Lok Sabha to 800 plus. Along with that, never to be beaten down, they're going to push another time for the women's reservation bill, the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. It's already law, but its implementation is linked to delimitation. Unless that process is completed, the 33% reservation cannot be operationalized. And then there's going to be a multi-state UCC push. Uniform Civil Code in Bengal, Uniform Civil Code in Assam, Uniform Civil Code already in Gujarat, Uttarakhand. Imagine 20 states with the Uniform Civil Code. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be the preparations for the next assembly elections, the 2027 implementation of the assembly elections, a big question mark. And some people are suggesting that instead of May 2027, what if it happens in June? I'm not saying I have anyone on record on this, but I'm hearing things. I'm hearing things, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hearing it could be pulled forward. That's going to be a big and explosive political start to 2027. And ladies and gentlemen, while that happens, we are all expecting and anticipating a push for the Uniform Civil Code at a national level. The current approach is to build momentum through state-level involvement and participation to prepare the political consensus required to make the Uniform Civil Code an inevitability in this country. But the big one that could happen in the next 10 months, the Constitution Amendment Bill remaining with the Joint Parliamentary Committee on One Nation, One Election, that requires two-thirds. If this happens, and this I think is the ultimate reason for all this 360 two-thirds business, the BJP realizes it needs two-thirds because once it gets them, if you understand the thinking of the NDA, the BJP and the Modi government, they're not going to wait. If it has two-thirds, they will push for one nation and one election. That's going to positively transform politics in this country forever. 10 things that could happen. And I'll tell you if we have more in the future. Let's debate.
Is India moving towards a single unified law? From the push for a uniform civil code to the debate over one nation, one election. The next 10 months could witness some of the biggest structural changes in India's political landscape. In a big push, after Uttarakhand, Gujarat and Assam, West Bengal is all set to implement the Uniform Civil Code. Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari confirmed the state is going the same way.
देखिए यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड बंगाल में होगा, एक प्रोसीड्योर होता है, हम लोग असेंबली में बताऊंगा, एक कमेटी बनता है, एक सिटिंग जज के नेतृत्व में, गुजरात, उत्तराखंड, आसाम में जिस तरीके से हुआ प्रोसीड्योर मानते हुए होगा, बाकी असेंबली में मानने बताऊंगा मैं.
Not just West Bengal, but Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and several other states are drafting their own civil code. On top of that, in the next 10 months, India is bracing for more political upheavals. The idea of a single national framework is also being discussed in the electoral space. With one nation, one election back on the reform agenda and a second push for the Women's Reservation Bill, the argument is simple. One law for all citizens, greater legal uniformity across India, but whether it is UCC or one nation, one election, the big question tonight is, are we seeing the first steps in India's path towards a unified national framework?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, starting the debate, I'm just giving a shout out to my producers to check my audio. I don't have audio through, but I'm beginning anyway. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Siddharth Yadav of the BJP, Deepak Reddy of the TDP, Shahid Siddiqui, very senior journalist, veteran journalist with us tonight, Faizan Kidwai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, and Sanjeev Srivastav, senior journalist, joining us from Jaipur. Now, I began by saying today, I want to start with Shahid Bhai. Shahid Bhai, I began by saying today that these are 10 things that may happen. And I gave my list. I have a feeling that these things are not going to happen in isolation. Many of these things are linked to each other. Delimitation is linked to Women's Bill. Women's Bill is linked to two-thirds. Two-thirds is in turn linked to the Uniform Civil Code push. The state-level Uniform Civil Code push is linked to the National Civil Code Uniform Civil Code push, which again could be linked to the timing of the state elections. Start with Shahid Bhai. Right? So Shahid Bhai, can you hear me? Do you agree with? Do you agree with my assessment?
Yes, Arnab.
Which I began that there are 10 things that could happen.
Yes, sir. No? Absolutely, everything is linked, but ultimately it's linked to BJP's desire to control India totally, not for the next election, for decades together. They want to leave a stamp of their ideology, of their whatever they believe in for the next for the generation or two. The way Congress left its stamp when the Constitution was made, the way the other political parties left their stamp, now BJP realizing that they may never get two-thirds majority by democratic process. So they have to manipulate it, they have to manage it, and they are trying to manage and manipulate the political system in order to get two-thirds majority and have the constitution the way they want, to have the political system the way they want, and that's exactly by whatever means.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Manipulate the system.
Why do you use the word
today? But I will say that they don't have the mandate to do it, because when the makers of the Constitution, they put this two-thirds majority issue because they thought that there should be mandate of the nation behind any of these changes. When a party which got 240 seats in the last election tries to manage two-thirds majority by other means, then I don't believe that they have the moral or the political authority to do it. But anyway, they will do it because legally they will have rewrite if they are able to manage that two-thirds majority.
Mr. Siddiqui, that I believe is a very cynical view. It's a very cynical view by you. Is a cabinet reshuffle illegal? Is trying to get two-thirds majority illegal?
I think I've lost.
Hello, no, you're there. Can you have the audio? Okay, Sanjeev heard me there. I think that's a very cynical view. It's the view going around that the BJP wants to rule for the next 20, 30, 40 years. If you had been in power, wouldn't you want to rule for the next 20, 30, 40 years, Sanjeev Srivastav?
Maybe if I had the age on my side for next 200 years.
Oh, you do?
That's not the issue. But what Shahid Siddiqui was saying, he does have a point, and it's not a cynical view. When the constitutional makers put in this clause of two-thirds majority, I think the spirit was that the party has two-thirds majority. The way this majority is being put together by whether the parties are imploding or BJP is engineering splits, that's besides the point. But the BJP was reduced to not even having a clear majority on their own. They had a 240. They didn't reach the 272 mark. But having said that, if they are able to get the numbers and if they manage the 360 mark, like you mentioned, maybe not 360, less, if they can ensure absentee MPs or abstention, then at least politically they will be well within their right to go ahead with what they have in mind. Morally, ethically, I don't think those terms are any more relevant in today's scheme of things.
I think that is a very sad thing which you have just said. And you are both my seniors.
You're just getting me.
You're both my seniors.
Through Sam Dam Dand Bhed.
Yeah.
It's not politics. So even a Narasimha Rao government survived by engineering a split.
Okay.
But they didn't try to go in for a 2/3 and constitutional amendments. Those are big things. And what Shahid was saying, the people are not behind that push. The people elected those MPs for TMC or Shiv Sena or something else. Now they are all coming together, and if that constitutes 2/3 majority and the mandate of 2/3 of the people, then that is also stretching the argument a bit too far, I think, Arnab. It is not. If the BJP had 360 or the BJP and its pre-polarized at 360, it would have been fair game. You couldn't have argued. But now at least there is a scope for argument. Whether you call it cynical or sad or practical or not practical is a separate issue. But the fact of the matter remains the same.
See, this is okay. May I please open the debate with my perspective? There's a problem. You see, what happens is Siddharth and Deepak, both these gentlemen are my seniors as journalists by many years. Okay, I have looked up to them. Sanjeev and Shahid Siddiqui are decades more in experience and wisdom. But and it's very difficult for me, Deepak, to fight with them on TV, so today I'll be a little mellow. But I'll say this, Siddharth, that this whole moral argument, the words that Shahid Siddiqui uses, Siddharth, manipulation, they are determined to be in power. The words that our friend Sanjeev Srivastava uses, they didn't have the mandate, they only got 240. But I remember a party that got 145 seats in 2004 and said that we have got the mandate of the people. At that time, Sanjeev Srivastava did not say. He said, no, they have the mandate of the people. They have the largest single party. They have right to do everything and rule the country.
They didn't change constitution.
Aha, Baba. Now tell me one thing. Listen. Now you're pushing it. This was the party that after having got 145 seats was trying to push the communal violence bill, in which Sonia Gandhi said Hindus will always be the perpetrators of violence and Muslims will always be the victims of violence. Did she have the numbers to push the communal violence bill?
In my opinion, that was wrong.
No, so one minute. Tell me, if you, okay, so Siddharth, the question is open for debate. If a government gets 2/3 and the government uses the 2/3 to push its ideological agenda or political agenda, is it wrong? Siddharth, the floor is yours to respond to both the gentlemen and then we'll take it forward. Please.
Good evening, Arnab. Good evening to all your viewers. I've been listening to the learned panelists present on your show today. Let me begin by saying this. When Bharatiya Janata Party had 2 MPs, we had UCC, Ram Mandir, all of this in our agenda. No to infiltration, border security, nationalism, all in our agenda. When we were at 272, 303, 240, we still have that agenda. People have elected us for the 3rd time. People have elected Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He's the longest serving elected Prime Minister of this country in independent India. The question of morality ends there. The people are electing us after we have put forth what our agenda is, and the people of the country want that agenda to be implemented. This is point number 1. Now you wish to enter into the technicality of a 2/3 majority. Very well, you must do that. But when you say, when the constitutional framers were putting that qualification of a 2/3 majority, the real spirit was that the party should get a 2/3 majority. I'm very sorry. Please take up the constitutional framers, the debates of the while the constitution was being framed, and you would very well take up that the only thing that was pointed out in Article 368 when 2/3 majority was mandated was that a political consensus has to be made, and henceforth it was said that 2/3 majority of present and voting, most cases present and voting. So political consensus is made even if you have lesser numbers, but if people align on larger issues, and I'm very sure that the constitution framers would not have thought that when independent India would bring a reservation to give 33% reservation to women and increase the seats, there would not be a political consensus on that. You don't need a BJP 300 seats or a 400 seats to pass a bill like that. All you need is a political will across the party line. But the sad reality today, Arnab, is, and I'm just winding up in 10 seconds. The sad reality is when we push for a UCC in this country, which is not our will, it is Article 44 of the Indian Constitution. When we push for the Indian Constitution to be implemented in spirit, they say, no, you don't have the numbers because there was a 2/3 majority, and only if you get a 2/3 majority, you have to do it. I'm very sorry. You are definitely cynical. And what you are saying, your argument does not stand, because this is the people's will. People are electing us based on that will. People are choosing us again and again based on that will. We have the numbers and we'll go ahead with the numbers. This is parliamentary democracy at the end of the day. This is not 10 Champat. So this doesn't have to be...
One minute. This is a fascinating debate. I want to add my 2 bits. I see responses come in. Viewers, watch this debate carefully, because the Uniform Civil Code is no longer experimental. Uttarakhand, January 2025, Gujarat, March 2026, Assam, May 2026, Bihar next week, Bengal next week makes it 4. Now, what can you expect? Expect a ripple effect in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and others. What if the state elections in 2026-27 are fought on the Uniform Civil Code? Now, I think the BJP is not in an experimental mode now. It is pushing hard. I call this political consolidation. Faizan, who has stopped you from political consolidation? You're dealing... Please.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Goswami, to you and to the fellow panelists. First, let me correct what Siddharth said. Siddharth, the 10th schedule clearly says it's the political party, 2/3 of the political party, not the legislative party, has to move. For the law.
Are you talking of the defection bill or the...
Yes, defection, because he made a wrong remark.
I am not discussing
majority
the defection bill. I am discussing what can be passed in the parliament, sir.
Move there, that is constitutional. No, sir, it is not constitutional.
I am not speaking of the defection bill.
You were, I think you were speaking, you were talking about the 2/3.
Sir, I am not speaking of the
defection bill. He's not, sir. He's only thinking about 2/3 in Lok Sabha. Let's be very clear, Faizan.
Yes, so
they have I said this 1 month back. Everybody laughed at me, but I'm telling you, it is what the BJP is pushing for. 362.
Sir, 2/3 is a distant dream. BJP is never going to achieve the 2/3 mark in the parliament, because sir, everybody knows that BJP has no sense of propriety. They can keep marinating in their arrogance and hatch a lot of sinister plans to divide parties by offering them money that have been looted by the citizens. But sir, 2/3 for NDA is not becoming a reality. And to the viewers, let me tell you, all this drama of UCC, of one nation, one election is pure hogwash. The real intention of Bharatiya Janata Party is to implement the long-standing agenda of RSS. The day they get 2/3 majority, they will dismantle the constitution of Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar. They will finish the reservation which has empowered the lives of SCs, STs, OBCs. They have done this in past. If you see between 2014 and 2024, Mr. Modi eliminated 5.1 lakh jobs which were supposed to be given as per the reservation. This is a fact, sir.
Faizan, may I just get our TDP friend to get it? I want to give everyone an opportunity.
No, let me
I just would say this to Faizan, reserve it for your second intervention, please. Faizan, see, I dreamed for you. I know you want to wake up and hope that they were all dreaming all this, but Faizan, TMC split, NCP split, Shiv Sena split, all in 8 days.
Yeah, That's a sinister plan,
so if
sir.
I told,
which
no,
they
it's
have
not a
hatched.
plan, it's a reality.
May I quote this since you said, may I quote a name, sir? There's one lawmaker from Uddhav Thackeray faction. His name is Mr. Nimbalkar. Before defection, he says that I wasn't able to do my constituency work. Since I'm joining the Sinde faction, now all my pending work will be completed. This further proves that these people are not working, letting the opposition members work.
Okay, so
they punish even the
take
citizens. They punish the citizens also who have elected members from different parties. So if this man says now the work will be completed,
your guys are okay. I just want to say this, see viewers. This is a political year next year. Manipur, Goa, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, all between March and November, December 2027. Straight election in Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, because I don't think Uttarakhand, right? 4 states direct election. Punjab, BJP is getting ambitious. Man is in trouble. Goa, they are going to go for the jugular. UCC has already been implemented. That won't be a factor. Except Manipur, where they are in for a tough time, given the governance record. In 6 of these 7 elections, they are going to go all out. Okay, so I just wanted to state this. Now Deepak, you're the 2nd largest NDA constituent. Will you be as relevant in a diversified, expanded NDA? How do you see this?
Arnab, good evening. 2024 elections have proven that regional parties can hold their base, so it pretty much explains that. But I would like to start off with the first panelist whom you introduced as
Shahid
a senior
Siddiqui,
person.
please. Shahid Siddiqui,
yes.
he will be on the screen with you right now.
Words, yeah, Mr. Siddiqui's words, I mean, listening to him, it actually made me happy that, somewhere it's dawning upon a lot of people in India, including Mr. Siddiqui, that BJP and the NDA is going to stick around for a long time, and they're also coming to terms with that. So it feels nice, to hear that. So let me come to the point here. New India is being built on reforms, national integration, constitutional equality, and government efficiency. UCC is going to come because that's been waiting for 75 years. And Supreme Court has urged a number of times, and it is suggested that it is a need of the hour. But if you look at the Congress, for 70 years, they built their politics on dividing this nation on the basis of religion, caste, Article 370, and we have suffered too much. But now, NDA is very clear. Nation comes first, and the process of integration has started with one election and one nation coming up, Article 370 abolition, women's reservation, triple talaq, all these things are coming up, and we are building up national integration. So I would like to come to 2 other points. Article 14, that gives the civil rights, the right to equality. So the members of the India ecosystem are trying to confuse the people by quoting Article 25 and religious freedom. These are 2 different things. So that is not right to compare them and to stamp on the rights of the other article which is being provided. UCC covers only marriage, divorce, adoption, and inheritance. But the fear-mongering India ecosystem is trying to scare people. It does not touch religion. It does not touch worship. It does not touch festivals and rituals. It does not touch religious institutions. It does not touch places of worship. So kindly stop peddling fear and trying to scare people. One thing I would like to point out, Arnab, which is very important. 1955 Hindu Marriage Act was gotten by Jawaharlal Nehru. 1956 Hindu Succession Act was gotten by Jawaharlal Nehru. But the 1937 Muslim Personal Law Act was not touched and no reforms was brought in. What is the intention behind that? I mean, this is something what we need to ask. What is important here? In the 1937 Muslim Personal Act, the minimum age for marriage for a girl is not mentioned. I mean, is that something which is acceptable in this day and age? Our Muslim sisters, if they are not getting a fair share when during a time of divorce, Can we accept that in this day and age? And our Muslim sisters don't get a fair share in inheritance. Can we accept that in this day and age? So here NDA is trying to correct the historic mistakes. And we are building a nation which is going to be a power in 2047. And nobody can stop us.
Shahid Siddiqui, I object to the use of your word manipulation. I would say that the BJP is not manipulating anything. The BJP is a very quick learner. And when they realized they had 240, they decided they had to build a coalition. On the other hand, the opposition is divided, unprepared and leaderless. The BJP realized that it has to live with a mathematical reality in this country. And what is the mathematical reality, Mr. Siddiqui? When the Constitution Amendment Bill 2026 could not become a reality on 17th April, when they failed to get the mandatory two-thirds, they collapsed at 298, opposition was 230. The opposition could have increased its numbers. The BJP was 54 votes short of the required 352 votes threshold. But you see, Mr. Siddiqui, you are not giving credit where it's due. The BJP is a super practical political machine. You can't fault a political party for being hardworking and practical and resourceful. It's hardworking, practical, resourceful. They're getting to 350. They broke the other parties and they got the numbers. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? When the left was pulling out support over the Volcker report in the first UPA government, didn't other parties step in? Didn't the Samajwadi Party step in? When the DMK was going to pull out support if A. Raja was going to be thrown out of the party, didn't Jayalalitha step in? At that time, the mathematical reality was okay when it was benefiting the Congress. So why are you making it a moral issue? You should compliment the BJP, saying you worked hard.
Arnab, can I
please.
come in?
Yes, sir, please.
Can I come in now?
Yes.
Yeah, first let me congratulate you. 1 month back, you were able to predict that BJP is going to get two-thirds majority because you knew what is going to happen.
I didn't know. No. I guessed.
Take place, and it is taking place. Yes. So let me give you the credit for that. One. And number two, yes. Now let me finish. Arnab, let me finish because I am not watching all of you. So I have a bit of a handicap, not being able to see your faces and everything. But anyway, the second thing is that if you remember correctly, I was the only person who resigned from Samajwadi Party when Samajwadi Party changed its stand on the nuclear deal and started supporting UPA government. I was the only one who resigned from the Rajya Sabha and from my Samajwadi Party. But apart from that, you see, there was no constitutional change, no constitutional amendment. We are talking of constitutional amendments right now. We are not talking of, simple amendment to laws or passing a few laws. We are talking of the fundamental changes in the constitution. And there, it is very important that those amendments should come from a mandate of the people. Yes, it is fine that those who are sitting and voting should be two-thirds. But if you are able to break other parties, you are breaking other parties. The nation knows that this breaking is not taking place on ideological grounds. This is not taking place on principles. The way suddenly, just immediately after the election, one person who was seeing Makkah, Medina in her eyes suddenly changes over and comes to this side, and a Yusuf Pathan comes to this side because they are change of heart. It is not a change of ideology. It is not their belief in one nation or one constitution. It is their fear that they are coming here. It is because of various kind of manipulation. The nation knows that. You understand the nation more than anyone, Arnab, and the nation knows that the manipulation is taking place on a big scale, and this is unfortunate. But you may agree with me or not, but that is unfortunate.
No, I don't know why I should disagree with you, but my point is, can you tell me how many state governments Did Congress party sack since 1947?
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong.
No. So you are saying that following the rule, following the anti-defection. No. I'll tell you. I asked this question. Shahid bhai, like you, I'm a student of politics. I would like to tell you that the great Democrat. I would like to tell you that the Congress party sacked 91 elected state governments using Article 356, right? Even the mild-mannered, very nice, very nice. Even the mild-mannered, very nice Manmohan Singh used it 10 times. Even P.V. Narasimha Rao used it 11 times. Indira Gandhi used it 50 times. Jawaharlal Nehru started by sacking the elected government in Kerala. One minute. I'm saying that since you use words,
that was wrong.
No, sir, that was wrong, but this is not wrong.
Happening was immoral. So it doesn't become moral. You see,
how is this immoral?
Congress does not become the morality of BJP or morality.
How did this become immoral?
Indian nation.
Shahid Siddiqui, how is this immoral?
Congress party.
Shahid Siddiqui.
Great nation.
Shahid Siddiqui.
Don't make a great nation by doing immoral, justifying immoral acts.
Arey Baba, if you have a 2/3 cushion, what is immoral? Is becoming weak moral? Becoming strong immoral? Siddharth, I'm getting confused. This is a hot debate tonight, and I'm telling you 10 things are going to happen in this country. I said this a month back. I didn't have some great information. I had limited experience and common sense. I think BJP is going for the jugular. BJP has realized this time is good for us. Let's make the most of it. Now, however, Siddharth, are you doing too much of it too soon? At this rate, the TDP will have to be careful of you. But see, Deepak, I at least managed to make you smile. At this rate, the TDP will have to be careful of you, and people, no, because it's very, it's a very harsh game you're playing. Look at Faizan. He's lost the color on his cheeks, the humor in his words. He doesn't know what to do. He's thinking when they break Samajwadi Party, which side should I go?
Oh, they can't. Oh, sir, they can't. Samajwadi Party is drawn by an ideology. They can't break us. As for the TDP spokesperson, as for the TDP spokesperson, let me just warn him, sir, the leverage you and Mr. Shinde had within NDA, you people have lost it with these turncoats coming into your faction. I'm sure you remember in 2019, BJP poached 4 of your MPs, Rajya Sabha members. So very soon they're going to destroy whatever little is left of you. So all the best. Be happy till BJP finally destroys your party. And as far as Samajwadi is concerned, as I said, Mr. Goswami, we have nothing to worry. BJP ko 10 janam lene padenge to even think of touching Samajwadi Party. Our ideology is very strong. Those who are with us are because of we share a common
Okay, let's
ideology.
understand the numbers with Siddharth. Siddharth, take me into confidence.
Now,
take me into a little bit of confidence tonight. You had 293, then you got 20 of Trinamool. You got 313, right? Now, all I need to know is how you're going to go from 319. Then you got UBT 6, okay? Akali Dal will go with you. You guys are more or less agreeing with each other in Punjab. ZPM Independence 324. Now, you need to break the Samajwadi Party or get the DMK. Let me talk. No, what is your thing? It's your nightmare. I'm saying you have to break either Samajwadi Party or get DMK. Could you one minute? Could you take me into confidence and explain how you're going to go about it so that this is an informative session for all our viewers tonight? Yes, Siddharth, please.
Arnab, before I answer you that, I would just want to make a very brief comment on the morality lecture that we are getting on the show tonight.
Again, Shahid Siddiqui gave that lecture. I didn't give the lecture. It was Shahid Siddiqui.
Yes, Yeah, yes, obviously from Shahid Siddiqui and the kind of morality lecture that I was hearing, I was remembering the 1996-1997 Indian government wherein we were 161 and Congress was 140 and rest everybody all together. They didn't have absolute majority. Congress said we'll support from outside, we'll not get into the government. The number went up to 305 and they formed the government. Who had the people elected? It was BJP. We got 161. We were the largest. We were the highest majority party.
Were you amending the constitution? Were you amending the constitution? You were not.
CPI.
You're talking of the constitution.
Shahid is countering you. Shahid Siddiqui is countering you. Becomes subversive. Shahid has countered you. Siddharth, he's very senior. He's countering you. Siddharth, as a very senior journalist, he's countering you. Listen to his counter and then respond. What's your counter, Shahidji?
No, what I'm saying is that, running a government, getting a majority to have a majority to run a government is different from with the idea which we are discussing today, that they are trying to manipulate this two-third majority in order to amend.
Why manipulate? Why do you use the word manipulate?
Something different from running government.
You can't do it, so why are they manipulating?
I mean, it is nothing else.
I'm sorry, but it's a positioning thing. No, it's a positioning thing. No, one minute. When recently the Congress party, after 5 years of infighting in Karnataka, Rahul Gandhi said, okay, I will back DK Shivkumar. At that time, the entire, not you Shahid Bhai, but the entire Lutyens lobby said, Rahul Gandhi has come of age. The standard headline came again, Rahul Gandhi has come of age. If you're not going to come of age at 57, when will you come of age? But if the Rahul Gandhi does that, then you say he's come of age at the age of 57. But if the BJP says, we're going to try and get 2/3, you say they're manipulating. This is wrong terminology, Mr. Siddiqui. You're being biased tonight. I mean, I don't understand.
Absolutely, everyone is biased, and everybody should be biased for the right of the constitution and the democracy of the nation. I'm biased towards India. I'm biased towards the democracy of this wonderful nation.
It is a constitutional, the uniform civil.
Hypocrisy. What a hypocrisy, Arnab.
Hypocrisy.
The party which has changed the constitution most number of times. 47 times Jawaharlal Nehru changed the constitution. 27 times Indira Gandhi changed the constitution. Most number of attacks, most number of state governments collapsed by the center. Most misuse of 368. And you're telling us attack on the constitution. You changed the entire constitution. You locked up judges and you locked up the opposition in emergency and you changed the preamble of this country and you're saying हम संविधान थोड़ी बदल रहे थे और क्या कर रहे थे आप?
What more blatant? Okay, so there is a. Suppose we say.
मैं तो जेल में था, आप कहाँ थे? जब emergency लगी थी, where were you? People like us were opposing and were in jail. Where were you?
Siddiqui Saab, it was my party, my parent organization, my student organization which was fighting on the forefront. आप कहां थे वो आपको पूछना पड़ेगा, पर हमारे नेता थे सबसे ज्यादा जेलों में जाने वाले और सबसे ज्यादा
जेल में गए थे
इमरजेंसी।
मेरे फादर और मैं 25 जून को जेल में गए थे।
उनके साथ आज खड़े दोस्त इमरजेंसी
और माफी नहीं मांगी थी इंदिरा गांधी से। इंदिरा गांधी ने माफी मांगी थी, हमने नहीं मांगी थी।
If you go logicless now, obviously I was not born when the emergency was there. Now I can't fix your logic. अगर आप logicless हो जाएंगे तो But I am representing an ideology. मेरे नेता ज्यादा गए थे कि आपके गए थे, बता दीजिए.
Don't question us. So don't question us on this. Don't question us on this morality. That why did you not oppose the emergency? Don't justify the wrongs of today by quoting the wrongs of the past.
Sir, you are standing with the people who have killed the constitutional spirit of this country. You are standing today against which the Honorable Supreme Court would have to come up with a basic structure of the Constitution. You are supporting the people who have attacked the Constitution. You are supporting the people who changed the preamble. What morality? Where are you standing and talking about? Congress ke saath? Sanvidhan ki?
I would say that we should.
I'm sorry, sir.
We should hit
pure hypocrisy.
Okay, 1 minute. We should hit the streets and celebrate if the Uniform Civil Code is coming, Sanjeev Srivastava, because let me tell you, we have one constitution, We have one Supreme Court, we have one tricolor, but we do not have one civil law. This is very wrong. A Muslim man can have 4 wives. A Hindu man goes to jail for bigamy and polygamy. But a Muslim man invokes personal law and walks free. And Mr. Faizan says this is pluralism. And if I say that you would say it's pluralism? Yeah, you would say it's pluralism. You would say, are you against polygamy? Are you against polygamy? Is the Samajwadi Party opposed to bigamy and polygamy?
Mr.
And trigamy. I'm asking you a straight question.
Mr. Goswami,
don't.
You have to answer my question, sir.
I won't answer a
BJP has
single
to
question
answer
of yours.
question.
I'm winning.
If it is all about uniform civil code,
yes,
why do you exclude the tribals from that?
Okay, now I'll answer.
No, sir. They hide behind special constitutional provisions.
Okay.
But the same provisions are in Article 14, 15, 25, 29.
Okay.
So how can you bypass
I'm saying something.
They are just trying to.
I am saying something.
Trying to cater to the right-wing voter base.
Okay, now
that's all.
Now,
by
Faizan,
humiliating a particular community, they benefit electorally. That is so pathetic. And as our founding fathers spoke about, yes, they spoke about UCC, but it was in directive principles. It was an aspirational goal that we should have consensus.
What nonsense.
Talk to the stakeholders. You cannot force it down the throats of minorities without having a discussion. This is dictatorial and this should not have happened in India.
Now,
and this is not going to happen.
Okay, but I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you. When you listen to me now, when you and the pro-Muslim Congress Party and the Indian Union Muslim League and the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin get a 2/3 majority.
You just tell me, are you against the exemption of tribal community or not?
Okay. Now, if you don't interrupt me, I'll tell you something.
Please, sir.
See, you remember the Shahbano case?
Yeah.
Good. Now everyone in, okay? In the Shahbano case, at that time, Chief Justice Y.V. Chandrachud, 1985, said, it's a matter of regret that Article 44 has remained a dead letter. That is a constitutional bench judgment citing Article 34 and calling out the government's failure to frame a uniform civil code. Shame on you for questioning the Supreme Court. Just to appease the radicals.
Who's appeasing the radicals?
Your name is Faizan Kidwai and you are doing radical appeasement on my program.
I never support
you are a radical yourself.
Vote base is majority of the vote base of Bharatiya Janata Party comes from the radicals. The more you humiliate Muslims, the better it is electorally.
Oh, Ambedkar was humiliating Muslims. Ambedkar humiliated Muslims. Are you saying Ambedkar humiliated Muslims?
On a daily basis, you spoke to me about Shahbano. I want to ask about Bilkis Bano, who it was the Bharatiya Janata Party Gujarat government who wrote to the central government.
Bilkis Bano is not a uniform civil court case.
To release, sir, those who raped her, Bilkis Bano. Could you just please tell me, BJP, would you condemn that? And TDP, would you condemn that? Please tell me, and also tell me, would you exclude tribals also? Would you include tribals also in UCC, or you'll keep excluding them?
One minute.
What is your stance? Please tell me. What is your stance?
Who are you asking?
And would you do away with Hindu...
why are you looking at the book and saying? Why don't look at your notes?
Family provisions, would you do away with that? Because Hindus get a lot of tax benefits from that. Just tell me all these things.
You are
with Hindu undivided family benefits that the Hindu families get for tax.
You are getting confused now. You're very correct.
No, sir. There is no uniformity.
See, you, Sanjeev.
There is no uniformity.
Sanjeev, please explain to young Faizan Kidwai Sahab that we are living in a democracy where if you have 2/3, you can do some things. You know, it's not a moral science lesson. Please explain to him.
No, please tell me, sir. Answer my questions.
So I do agree it is not a moral science lesson. And I would concede that if the BJP reaches that mark of 360, then in any case, this moral science lesson or moral argument will be thrown out of the door or window or whatever. And they will do what they are doing. The only point which this side has been trying to make last 45 minutes, 40 minutes is that there is one thing to get a majority and assemble a majority and get numbers on your side to pass some important bill or to run a coalition government or to have a stable government. It's quite another to enforce fundamental changes in the government.
What is the
basis
fundamental
of a
change?
majority which you never actually won from public.
Oh, so when you get 140, you can do what you want, that is legal.
Which is being, no, it is not illegal. So if the BJP gets 360 and does it, it won't be illegal. But you cannot just rubbish others for calling it immoral also. It would be immoral because they haven't got the public mandate of a 2/3. So they're broken parties or the parties have imploded themselves. On the issue of UCC, I have a slightly different view. If there is some discussion and UCC is implemented, I would be the one, I at least will be supporting it. I'm not so sure about delimitation and one nation, one election, where truly 2/3 will be required. But all these things, like you said in your intro, they are all connected. So you can't pick and choose. What the bottom line remains, if the BJP gets to the 360 number, all these debates will become meaningless. They will do what they want to do.
Deepak, how soon will the BJP get 2/3?
I doubt whether they'll be able to get it.
But if some parties abstain, they could, right?
But who will abstain? Can DMK afford to abstain? At least on the face of it, doesn't look like that. But maybe they do. Maybe there is some other kind of plan, agreement or arrangement, or maybe
let me come in here.
I find it very difficult, and I concede that to break SP right now ahead of UP elections may not be as easy as breaking a Shiv Sena
or a
TMC.
I agree with you on that. Deepak wanted to come in. We are going to look in the next few minutes ahead. Deepak, looking ahead, what's likely to happen?
Arnab, I love Mr. Siddiqui's smile and his take of what's coming. And now let me come to our Samajwadi colleague. I mean, his Shakuni tricks, and he's talking about, the division between TDP and BJP. So in Andhra Pradesh, we have announced that the current government of all the three parties is going to be in power for the next 15 years. And we're going to work for the welfare of the people and strengthening the nation. So no Shakuni can ever come between us and get a division between us. And Lokesh ji treats the Prime Minister as a fatherly figure, and he guides us, and we are taking the nation forward. And one more thing, how our Samajwadi spokesperson, gentleman, speaks with a little loud voice. I've seen when ships are sinking politically, these are the people who jump from the ship first. So, I mean,
you are saying he's like Sayani Ghosh.
So, so he's going to be one of the first to be jumping from the ship. Those who are very loud are the ones who are quick in their movement. So here, stop blaming BJP for every mistake or every party which is falling apart. If a ship is sinking, any sensible person would like to jump off and save their life. No. So that's something. What is done by them?
Let me give my counter argument.
If Trinamool has committed n number of crimes, they have done anti-national activities. They have done corruption. They have played with the lives of women. And you guys turn around and blame BJP and the
NDA. Better for you,
Come on, wake up, guys.
I'll just enlighten you. I'll enlighten you. Just I heard what you said.
It's your mistakes which are costing you guys your political career and your party's future.
Gentlemen, let me respond.
Your mistakes are strengthening the NDA.
It is sensible for people to switch sides.
So this is
That's
the reality
unfortunate.
one has to
It's not sensible for people to switch sides. When a ship is shrinking, only rats run away. So if you feel that's nice for you to become a rat, then it's perfectly all right for you to leave. And you said somebody in your party considers Mr. Narendra Modi as his father figure. So your party leader, when he requested Muslims to remember the Gujarat riots and not vote for Mr. Narendra Modi, and Mr. Modi called your TDP chief Bhallavdev, he insulted him. I'm sure you're very happy with that. in
Okay,
2019,
closing the debate.
when BJP poached Ramesh,
That's
were you
exactly
very
what
happy
I've
with
been
that?
saying.
Closing the
Very
debate.
unfortunate, sir.
These Shakuni
That's
tricks
unfortunate.
won't work.
That's you
We
being
have a
spineless.
rock-solid,
That's you being
solid
spineless, sir.
partnership.
Have some self-respect, sir.
And
Have
the
some
three parties are
self-respect.
the Kutami
Have
is
some
going to be in
self-respect and
government for the
dignity.
next 15
And
years
where
in Andhra
you have to
Pradesh.
take a call, please do
Now,
that.
now, I for one will not. I won't. Okay. So, no. Don't. Maybe you are like Derek O'Brien. You'll stay with the original
I'll always
party.
stay with my party till the end.
So he's saying my role model is Derek O'Brien, not Saini Ghosh. That's absolutely all right. I would say I won't be surprised. People would be very impressed if the BJP gets to 2/3. But let's be sure about it. The moment they hit 2/3, they are not going to stop at one thing. Don't rule out them doing delimitation, women's bill, UCC, one nation, one poll in one go if that happens. Why should they give up an opportunity? 2/3 is not something that may stay. And remember, viewers, it's 2/3 and voting in the House. So mathematics. On the other side tonight, is there any point in criticizing the UP government for acting tough in the Ram Mandir donation controversy? When we are back.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
साथी हाथ बढ़ाना साथी रे जिंदल साथी सील साथी रे अरे सॉलिड इसकी फील है जिंदल साथी सील है दोस्त की स्टील है क्वालिटी में दम है साथी रे बिजनेस करेगा ग्रो साथी रे टाइमलेस इसका लुक है साथी रे और जिंदल साथी
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है।
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें।
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover 2 lies, he lies a 3rd time and a 4th time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years,
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Goswami on the debate.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there has been theft from the coffers of the Bhavya Ram Mandir. It is true. It is unfortunate. But it is also true that there has been very strong and effective action, sackings and arrests and resignations, immediate action by the Yogi government, the BJP government. But it is also true that some people are looking at this opportunity to target the Ram Mandir itself. People who say, let's divide Hindus, are the people who are passing many comments on it. These are people who say Jats are not Hindus, people in Tamil Nadu are not Hindus, tribals cannot be Hindus. They are the ones who are getting overactive. People who did not want the Ram Mandir itself are getting overactive. People who said Lord Ram did never exist are getting excited about this. People like Arvind Kejriwal, who said that his Nani told him that it was very bad that the Babri Masjid was brought down to build the Ram Mandir. And same Arvind Kejriwal who said that his Nani told him that Lord Ram would never be, Ram Lalla could never be placed in a Ram Mandir built on the site where the Babri Masjid once stood. And obviously Kejriwal agreed with his Nani at that time. Now he is in Ayodhya to do politics on this. And Akhilesh Yadav, who's now saying all kinds of things, who's asking for answers. The same Akhilesh Yadav who declined the invitation to the inauguration of the Ram Mandir, saying we do not accept invitations from those who do not know. Same Akhilesh Yadav is saying, I'm concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, what hypocrisy. People like Akhilesh and Rahul Gandhi who don't even want to visit the Ram Mandir, decline invitations to visit the Ram Mandir, are concerned about the theft from the coffers. And they are questioning Yogi Adityanath, who has proved that there is zero tolerance for any form of corruption, including the corruption by low-level functionaries in the Ram Mandir Trust, some cashiers. All of them have been arrested. The pictures are there. Yes, there were irregularities. There was a theft, but action was quickly taken by the Yogi government, based on a letter written to the government by the Ram Mandir Janmabhoomi Trust itself. And the state government took the action. Now they are saying, why was the action taken? I mean, I don't know. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Yes, it is terrible. Terrible that there was a theft. But let me tell you, there is no religious angle, there is no political angle, there is no government angle in this controversy. Some people who want to make it political but don't have the guts to visit the Ram temple, not a question of guts, don't have the astha to visit the Ram temple. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is this, that Arvind Kejriwal received an invitation for the inauguration of the Ram temple in 2024, but did not go. Akhilesh, by the way, does anyone need an invitation to visit the Ram temple? No. Akhilesh, whose father publicly said, I killed car sevaks. And if required, I would have killed more car sevaks. And the waters of the Sarayu river turned red. It was a genocide of car sevaks. And now you're saying you're concerned about theft from the Ram temple. Ladies and gentlemen, they're politicizing this matter. It's very unfortunate. I believe action has been taken. But since they have politicized the matter, I suggest the best response is to put them in the dock and ask them what their record is on Hindu Astha, which we'll do exactly that. Let's debate.
Do 2023 witnessed the dream of the historic Ram Temple inauguration after decades of a movement. Devotees from across the world throng the Ayodhya Ram Mandir every year. 3 years later, a case of donation theft has sparked a big political slugfest.
अयोध्या के बारे में जो कदपे समाचार मिल रहे थे, हमने कहा था एसआईटी गठित की गई है। एसआईटी की रिपोर्ट आने के साथ ही हमारी कार्रवाई भी प्रारंभ हो जाएगी। और आपने देखा होगा, एसआईटी की रिपोर्ट आई, तुरंत कार्रवाई प्रारंभ हो गई। और मैं आश्वस्त करता हूं, जो मैंने कहा था, दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हम करके रहेंगे।
SIT is probing the case. FIR was registered against 8 people, including temple employees, who have now been arrested for allegedly stealing money. The 8 individuals named in the FIR are Avinash Shukla, Lavkush Mishra, Anukalp Mishra, Manish Kumar Yadav, Karunesh Pandey, Ramashankar Mishra, Ram Shankar Yadav alias Tinnu Yadav, and Subhash Srivastav, all low-level employees at the Mandir, some linked to General Secretary of the Trust, Champat Rai. Investigators believe over 80 lakh rupees may have been stolen, with CCTV footage reportedly showing the accused taking cash at least 70 times.
एसआईटी की जो जांच हुई है, उसी के अनुक्रम में ये एफआईआर हुआ था। और एफआईआर के अनुक्रम में जो सीओ महोदय हैं, जो आज के आईओ हैं, अयोध्या सीओ, उनके द्वारा ये जो रिमांड लिया गया है। और रिमांड के अनुक्रम में जो इनका 8 लोग जेल गए हैं और 3 दिन के लिए रिमांड दिया गया है। और रिमांड के क्रम में जो और तथ्य आते हैं, उसके आगे की फिर कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Ironically, the opposition, which did not even want a Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, has landed up in the temple.
ये जो फर्जी एसआईटी बनी, अब कल फर्जी एफआईआर हुई, उस फर्जी एफआईआर में 8 छोटे छोटे प्यादों को आरोपी शामिल किया गया। कोई बड़े नाम नहीं है। तो फर्जी एफआईआर, फर्जी एसआईटी, तो एक तरफ तो इतनी बड़ी महा डकैती हुई, और दूसरी तरफ इसमें जितने बड़े बड़े राक्षस शामिल हैं, उनको बचाने की कोशिश की जा रही है।
जन आस्था के साथ खिलवाड़ स्वीकार्य नहीं। सनातन आस्था के साथ जो भी खिलवाड़ करेगा, उसका भुक्तभोगी होगा। किसी को छूट नहीं दी जा सकती।
Yogi is ensuring there is no compromise in the investigation.
I really condemn this whole that happened. At the same time, it is also now ये परीक्षा हमको भी हो रहा है अभी regarding the faith with the Ram. I think if you ask me this personally, I will never lose faith in Ram because of some selfish people made this type of attempt to theft the devotees' contribution donation.
For those using the Mandir donation theft to get a leg in ahead of UP elections, the attempt may just backfire.
Without the slightest intention to hurt the sentiments of Priyanka Kakkar, I would like to place on record Nalin Kohli. As we all know, Shantanu Gupta, Major Ashish Chaturvedi and Vivek Srivastav, that a change of heart is always welcome. Nalin Kohli, a change of heart is always welcome. Arvind Kejriwal was opposed to the construction of the Ram temple at the site where the Babri Masjid once stood. And he said that his grandmother had said to him, he said, मेरी नानी ने मुझे कहा कि ऐसे जगह राम लल्ला कैसे हो सकते हैं. and I'll get the exact quote in just a minute. He said that the Ram Mandir should never have been built, according to his grandmother, in a place where the Babri Masjid once stood, which means that he was opposed to the construction of the Ram temple at the site, right, of the birthplace of Lord Ram. Now he's having a change of heart. I'm just putting this on record before we begin the debate. Nalin, right? I mean, it's always welcome.
Well, there's something more important, Arnab.
Yes.
Something far more important than just a change of heart.
Okay.
Now, let's leave the Nani or Nani Yaad Aa Gayi out of the picture.
Okay.
What did Lord Ram or Bhagwan Ram stand for? He stood for the truth, and whatever he said, he abided by it without flinching. Now let's take Arvind Kejriwal. He is the first politician that I am aware of, perhaps in 5,000 years of written history, who said, मैं बच्चों की कसम खाता हूं, कांग्रेस के साथ नहीं जाऊंगा, in the very first moment formed the government with the Congress party in Delhi to become chief minister.
True.
So what are the ideals of Lord Ram is very important. What are the ideals of Arvind Kejriwal have nothing to do with Lord Ram. So when he goes to the Ram temple, it's welcome. It's a time to atone for one's sins. It's a time to pray for forgiveness. That's what one should do before God.
Yes.
Because whatever Arvind Kejriwal has done has been opportunistic. It has never been on a principle. And today, by doing what he's doing in Ayodhya, he's showing that there is no depth to how deep he can fall for the sake of power and politics. So I think when he goes to Lord Ram, instead of raising questions on an investigation that is moving at breakneck speed, and in 3 days, you've got 8 arrested, an SIT report, no one will be spared. No one will be spared.
Yeah.
But certainly, he would do well to answer for the track record of himself personally and the government that he supports on a daily basis.
Yes.
That government's chief, the chief minister of Punjab, is facing serious questions being raised on him by no less than the Jathedars of the Akal Takht. So he has enough to worry in terms of Punjab. Instead of trying to drag Lord Ram into his politics, he would do well to atone for exactly what Lord Ram didn't stand for and he has stood for.
I would like to give the opportunity to Priyanka Kakkar to deny, if indeed she can deny, that her party leader Arvind Kejriwal had opposed the construction of the Ram temple at the site of the Babri Masjid, quoting his own nani or maternal grandmother.
Let me first begin by congratulating Nalin ji that finally BJP has decided to show its face on the issue of Chanda Chori, even though the SIT report, which was only submitted to the trust and upon trust instruction an FIR has been registered, does not name the main perpetrators. The SIT has not been made public. The FIR does not name anybody influential. So I hope Nalin Kohli ji, who is very bothered about Arvind Kejriwal ji, who also ensures that Ram Bhakts are able to visit the Ram Mandir free of cost and taxpayer money is spent on the taxpayer itself. So I asked Nalin Kohli ji whether he will reveal the names of those people who Brij Bhushan Charan Singh was scared of. Because I recall Brij Bhushan Charan Singh could not divulge names of people because they were very big people. I also hope that Nalin Kohli ji will be able to answer that despite Pradhan Mantri Modi summoning Champat Rai, why Champat Rai was able to refuse his summons and why they are so quiet about it. I also hope Nalin Kohli ji will answer that why Champat Rai is being shielded and what raz does he have of Pradhan Mantri Modi that no further summons were sent to Champat Rai. I hope Nalin Kohli ji would have read the SIT report and he will divulge what it said in its entirety and whether the Raju Marwani of Sindhi Samaj who gave 200 kgs of silver to Champat Rai and asked for a receipt back then, and Champat Rai had assured that he will once verify whether the silver is pure and only then issue a receipt. I hope Nalin Kohli ji will be able to answer about that too. It's easy to sit here and abuse Arvind Kejriwal because that is what BJP politics has been, to defame its leaders, to put them in false fabricated cases, and we have been honorably discharged by the courts to the extent that the Allegations of BJP were so hollow that even it did not even merit a trial. So because Nalin Koliji is an advocate as well, so I'm hoping he will be able to answer on those allegations too. I also want Nalin Koliji to please answer, what is it? ऐसी क्या मजबूरी है कि चंपत राय का नाम लेने से, अनिल मिश्रा का नाम लेने से आप घबरा रहे हैं? Does their resignation absolve them of the करोड़ों का चोरी, अरबों का चोरी that they did? Does it not matter to you that you made all of this Mandir? You made the Mandir. आपने लोगों की आस्थाओं के साथ खेला है. You took donations from them and then you do this chanda chori. A lot is to be answered. आप जा सकते हैं, मुद्दे को digress कर सकते हैं, Punjab, Delhi. But since the debate on this very issue, I won't let you digress today. But if you want to have a debate on Punjab, if you want to have a debate on Arvind Kejriwal, I challenge you, sir. We will have an open debate about Modi ji's promises, about how he said 15 lakh सबके खाते में आएंगे, dollar will be equal to rupee. I will remind you how he said about 2 crore jobs. You can talk about that, sir. But the issue today is, why are you shielding Champat Rai and the bigger chores? Why should they not be publicly executed? So I hope you won't digress and be able to take these direct questions.
Publicly executed. You are calling for the public execution.
Yes.
Public execution.
These are
the Aam Aadmi Party has called for the public execution. The Aam Aadmi Party has called breaking news for the public execution of Champat Rai.
They call for the public execution.
My God, this is Taliban.
Imagine, this is the party that swears by the Constitution.
The Aam Aadmi Party calls for the public execution of Champat Rai. This is going to be very controversial.
Don't digress.
No. Nalin Kohli, this is another level.
Public execution when they never went to the temple.
Publicly फांसी दे.
No, you asked for the public execution.
I'm repeating
You have asked for the public execution, and that is against the constitutional norm.
I'm saying
it also confirms that you are willing to go violence. You have just asked for public execution. You don't ask it for a rapist. You don't ask it for murderers. You don't ask it for terrorists. But
Sir,
you say someone
सारे आपकी पार्टी में भर गए. They come out, you target them and take them in your party. Don't digress, sir. My question is on Champat Rai.
This is your faith in Lord Ram.
Champat Rai, Anil Mishra, Champat Rai.
That someone who is associated for 40 years with Ram Temple, you say execute him publicly. Would you ask that for any other religion? I ask you, would you have the guts to take the name of another religion and say someone who was there for 40 years with that religion, you want him or her executed publicly? Publicly. This is your stand. Not for a rapist, not for a terrorist, not for a criminal, not for drug dealers, but for someone who's associated for 40 years with Ram Temple, his public execution. Imagine, Arnab, I have not heard something more shocking in my life. Public execution for someone associated with the movement with the Ram Temple is to be executed because the Aam Aadmi Party wants a public spectacle of such a person. Someone associated with Ram. I can't believe it. This is your
Champat Rai को publicly फांसी क्यों नहीं होती?
Champat Rai you don't have faith for the Sanatan Dharma. You will go to any level to publicly execute someone who works for Sanatan Dharma. How should we not believe that the murders in Punjab are happening because of this mindset? That people who are being shot in public daylight are being publicly executed because this is your politics. This is your mechanism. Execute people publicly. And we are seeing it happen in Punjab now today. And I say that if anything happens to anyone who's a Ram Bhakt, with the Aam Aadmi Party is going to be directly, absolutely, unequivocally responsible for it. Because you have asked for violence in the name of Lord Ram. You have asked for public execution of a functionary who was in the trust who for 40 years has worked for it. And it is your responsibility, Arnab, save this state. Because if anything happens tomorrow, I
must say this, I condemn it. This is indeed breaking news, but I am quite shocked, ladies and gentlemen. The Aam Aadmi Party has called for the public execution of 79-year-old prominent leader of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad.
Someone who for 40 years has worked for that, maybe more.
I request you to take back your words.
You agreed, na? You agree, na, Arnab? Today you agree that
this
he
is
the
crossing
Chanda
the
Chor,
line.
right?
This
I
is
didn't
breaking
blame
news.
anybody, but you said for the
AAP
execution of
calls
Champat
for the
Rai.
public execution of VHP leader Champat Rai. I have been critical of
agree now,
Champat
right? He's
Rai.
a Chanda Chor.
One
Why
minute.
not the FIR?
One minute.
My
I have been
question-
critical of Champat Rai, but I must say one thing to you. I'm requesting you, Shantanu, I'm requesting her to take back her words. Because while I say that low-level functionaries, including cashiers, have carried out theft, and it is unfortunate and sad, I have mentioned here the names of the people. There are 8 people who have been arrested, but they are cash counting staff. I am shocked that the Aam Aadmi Party on my program has called for the public execution of a 79-year-old Vishwa Hindu Parishad leader, a man who's worked tirelessly for the Ram Mandir.
I asked for the execution of a 79-year-old man, means you're agreeing, right? You are agreeing he's Chanda Chor?
No, but this is now, I would not allow this. I would not allow this. I request an apology. I request an apology and for you to take back your words.
I am saying...
I request you to take back your words calling for the public execution of a VHP leader.
जो भी चंदा चोरी में involved है,
No sir, no ma'am, you said
फांसी हो।
Champat Rai must be publicly executed.
जो
You
भी-
repeated it in Hindi. You did not say jo
जो
bhi.
भी चंदा
You did not say
चोरी
jo
में
bhi.
involved
You
है,
called for the
उनको
public
publicly
execution
फांसी हो।
of Champat Rai and I condemn that. And I
If
request you to
Champat-
take...
You are also... Listen,
Now don't
all I'm
breathe. No,
saying is,
Shantanu,
don't
she must
digress
take
the
back her
matter.
words.
Thank me for what I've said. File
This
a
is
case
a call
against
for
me.
violence.
File a case against me. I am saying
No, it's not just
it is
that.
very
No,
easy for
this is
them
not
to
an innocent
file a
call.
case and
This
put me
is
in
a
jail. They
direct
will do it
attack
any
on
day.
the Ram
They can
temple
do
and the
it.
Ram movement.
All I'm saying
Anyone
is
who has put
they will
their life for
they
the
will
Ram
not
temple
get
and
away.
Ram
They will
movement
not get
must
away
be
this time.
publicly
They
executed.
can't
They
get
stand.
away.
This is the
They
Aam Aadmi
collected
Party.
This is their
money
inherent
from
hate from the Ram Mandir movement. This is their inherent hate from the Ram Mandir movement, and it's coming up. It's coming up. See,
it's very bad.
See, Arnab, they had
Sir,
no concern for Ram temple. They tried
Netaji
every bit. They
is
tried
the
every
only
bit.
one-
The temple should not be. All of them together. Whole of Kabal.
Why are you lying,
Someone
sir?
sent the lawyer.
Arvind Kejriwal ji went with his family, with his parents, something even Modi ji can't.
Everyone tried every bit for the Ram Mandir. Now they want to fish in
Why are you
troubled
lying,
waters.
sir? It doesn't
जैसे FIR हो जाएंगे, arrest हो जाएंगे, they will go back to another
You should
issue.
be lying.
इनको कुछ मतलब नहीं है. They have no
don't lie
concern
for
of Ram temple. क्या हो रहा है अयोध्या में?
I am saying here.
Say, mean what you say.
As
What
soon
is
as they
this?
See, let me say one thing. No, 1 minute. We are now, it's a very controversial territory. You see, Champat Rai is the General Secretary of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust. This has happened under his watch, no doubt. Vivek ji, 1 minute. But
No, Arnab, it is more than that.
no, but you have asked for his public execution, which is not going to be an easy matter unless you must apologize for this, Priyanka.
Property.
Maybe she's ना
Arnab,
एक उनकी भावनाएं हैं राम भक्तों की भावनाएं हैं चोरी हुई है राम भक्तों की भावनाएं हैं चोरी हुई है भावना है
18.5 crores.
she may be technically incorrect but उनकी भावना है
Technically incorrect. Nalin,
उनकी भावना आ गई है
Nalin, louder Nalin.
मतलब ये राम भक्तों की आप भावनाओं की बात कर रहे हैं विवेक जी आप तो उस पार्टी से जो भगवान को नहीं मानते और आप उसके बाद राम भक्तों के शी इज आस्किंग फॉर द पब्लिक एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ चंपत राय जी Champat Rai ji, whose face and name is synonymous as so many others for working all their life for Sanatan Dharma. You say they should be publicly executed. Have you asked for the public execution of anybody else associated with any other religion? Come on, give me one name. You name any religion that you have asked for the public execution of someone who follows that religion. Tell me, a terrorist, a criminal, anyone from any religion. But you have asked for the public execution of someone associated with Ram Temple, with the Ram movement, with Sanatan Dharma. This is how you look at it. Execute the Ram Bhakt, execute the Sanatan Dharmis, execute anyone associated with the Ram Temple. This is what you're saying. What do you mean? You tell me. Priyanka ji, how can you ask for the public execution of someone? And tell me, which religion have you also spoken of? This is your contempt for Lord Ram. And you say Ram Bhakto ki baat kar rahe hain aap. Ram ki Shraddha ki baat kar rahe hain aap. This is what your leader has sent you with? Publicly execute Champat Rai ji. On whose instruction are you saying that? No, please tell us on whose instruction are you saying that? Tell us right now. Is it Arvind Kejriwal or is it somebody else who has asked you to demand for Champat Rai ji's public execution? You are a spokesperson of the party. You act on instructions of the party command. Who in your party command has asked you to for the public execution of Champat Rai ji? Tell us, who has asked you for the public execution of someone who works for Sanatan Dharma? Who in your party has asked you for public execution of a Ram Bhakt? Who in your party has asked you for public execution of someone who has spent all their life working for Lord Ram? You tell us who is that? Who is the real mastermind asking for this public execution, or take the responsibility yourself?
Give it a rest. I got it. Don't repeat your question. The question.
What do you mean don't repeat it? You tell me who has given that.
Answer it. I am telling you.
No, who has? Give me a name. I don't need an answer. Give a name to the people of India.
Listen to me.
People of India need to know that name of the person who has asked you to today stand and say publicly execute Champat Rai ji.
मोहन यादव को भी बचा लो, धर्मेंद्र प्रधान को भी बचा लो,
so one minute, you tell me. See, Arnab, we have a serious problem.
We have a situation here. We have a situation here. We have an emerging situation here where on a live television program, Priyanka Kakkar, Shantanu, you have asked for the public execution of 79-year-old Champat Rai, who I have myself questioned in my Hindi program, and I said maybe he is not skilled administratively in governance. He did not look at the details. He should not have been given the operational responsibility, but to call for his public execution is unforgivable.
Why can't you hear me what I'm saying?
I heard what you said. You called for the public execution of Champat Rai.
I have documents to prove that he did Chanda Chori.
Yes, Major Ashish Chaturvedi, you're defending that.
He did Chori.
You're defending that, Major?
I have documents to prove that he did Chori.
As a Samajwadi Party spokesperson, you're defending that?
He has submitted those documents at the SIT.
In the year 2020, a private audit was ordered. It was conducted.
Do you support the call for the public execution of Champat Rai? Why don't you condemn her?
Let's not divulge from the topic.
No, I'm not divulging. I'm not diverting.
In the year 2020 itself, the irregularities were found. There were no records being maintained of the donations being received. In the year 2020,
and SIT is examining exactly the same.
Property worth crores. How come Champat Rai
louder for Ashish, yeah.
Investigating exactly the same.
Louder for Ashish. There are many BJP leaders who are involved probably in this. That is why they are trying to save all these people. And here the BJP gentleman was telling, why aren't you asking for public execution of rapists and murderers?
8 people are
30% of BJP
louder, yeah.
Kindly check the background.
Government, take it from me.
Kindly check the background. The BJP spokesperson should know that 30% of BJP will be behind bars if we start asking for people involved in rape and murders.
Or anyone who has done anything in
Shantanu.
Ram Mandir, no one will be spared in Yogi Adityanath government. Be it your friends like Atiq Ansari or Mukhtar Ansari or Atiq Ahmed, or be anyone who has done anything illegal with Ram Mandir. No one will be spared. This is not the government.
2 versus 2. Everyone on.
Not the government. This is not the government.
What about Champat Rai? What about Mishra?
This is the government where mafia ko mitti mein mila dunga. This is not the time.
He was principal secretary to Narendra Modi.
2017.
This construction committee.
Those times were over, sir. Those Samajwadi times were over. Samajwadi times of लड़के हैं गलती हो जाती है over in Uttar Pradesh runs on mafia को मिट्टी में मिला दूंगा. Beat your friends like.
Okay, one question is.
बीजेपी ने दिया ना, जिसने राम भट्टों में गोली चलवाई उसी को आपने राम.
Under the law of India, not the Talibani law, but under the law of India, they will get the maximum punishment.
Let me correct you. You are unaware, and I believe uneducated to Mr.
200 crore की funding दी आपने. Taliban does not allow its.
I have studied every single case, including no one is spared.
You didn't have money for us Indians.
Chairman by Narendra Modi. So this shows how much they are concerned about
getting executed, or they are there. All your friends, all your mafia friends are in jail or they're there. No one will be spared.
No one will be spared. I know, and only rapists are spared and murderers are spared by
You will absolve them. There is no FIR against them. There is no charge against them. No one will be spared. Both of us are saying.
Priyanka, may I be on air? One sec. Priyanka, can I come in for a minute? Priyanka, 1 minute. See. Okay, 1 minute.
No one will be spared. They will all be taken in BJP. You know what they mean? No one will be spared. We will take them all in BJP and we will give them post and make them safe. Like we did for Mohan Yadav, like we did for Garbhaj.
You're jealous of Raghav Chadda, I know that. You're jealous of Raghav Chadda, I know that, Priyanka.
They are all welcome in BJP. They have a board. All rapists are welcome
you are
in
jealous
BJP.
of Raghav Chadda. You listen so much.
Okay, I want to ask one question to. I want to ask one
anybody
question.
who's hollow, contentless, and who wants to be on Instagram all the time. I don't even like social media so much.
Okay. Ashish, 1 minute. Ashish, 1 minute. You made a statement here that 30% of BJP leaders are involved in this. Okay, he made that statement.
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute.
It's an official data.
Yeah. So okay, that's on. And then you said that directly big BJP leaders are involved in this.
Why
In this. 1 minute. Ashish, don't. Name one.
How would I know?
How would I know? What is this?
How do you know?
How would I know?
How would I know?
You just said.
What kind of a joke is this?
Nalin, now he says, how do I know? Validate your comment. Validate it now. Validate it right now. Validate it, Ashish.
Which you are not doing.
Validate it, Ashish. Don't shout at me, Ashish. Don't shout at me, Ashish. You said BJP leaders are involved. I gave you a democratic opportunity and said name one.
It is your network which has failed to find out and expose.
I'll give you the names. Ashish, listen. Tinu Yadav looks after temple arrangements. Avinash Shukla, Anukalp Mishra, Lavkash Mishra, Subhash Srivastav, Ramashankar Mishra, Manish Yadav and Karunesh Pandey, cash counting staff.
All of them are.
Okay. Now you said that there's a BJP leader involved. I am giving you a democratic opportunity. You should say thank you. I said name one. You should name. Now you're saying how do I know?
Who all are involved? How can I name anyone?
Then how are you saying a BJP leader is involved? Okay. 1 minute. Priyanka, don't defend him. Priyanka, don't defend Ashish. Priyanka, don't defend Ashish.
You're so scared of Arnab. Arnab, you're so scared of Champat Rai. Is he sponsoring this show? Why are you so scared of him?
Why do you want to execute him?
Why are you so scared
Why don't
of
you
Champat Rai?
apologize for calling for his public execution? No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Priyanka, you've called for the public execution. Are you sponsored by the Taliban? Is the Taliban sponsoring you? Is the Taliban your boss? Are you ideologically driven by the Taliban?
No,
are you impressed by the Taliban?
BJP is sponsoring
Are you part of the Taliban shooting squad?
Recently,
Why are you talking like that?
200 crores to a government which bans women education. BJP sends money to them. I hope you know that.
Both of you are shouting at me.
All I'm saying is.
Priyanka, please.
You are not known for
Priyanka, please.
Nor are you known for sitting on the
Priyanka,
fence.
please. You name one.
You are not known for it.
You name
Let's
one.
call a spade a spade.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Please ask.
You stand for.
Why can't they name Champat Chor? Champat Chor, Champat Rai Chor. Why can't you say this?
Nalin Kohli, she calls.
I must tell you, Anna, I must point out that Ms. and I'm saying this as, you know, a lawyer. This is a very, very dangerous trend that this Ms. Priyanka ji is going down the route. She's now saying Champat Chor.
Or
Champat Rai. Therefore, tomorrow she could face a defamation case from Champat Rai. Because on national TV, she is meeting all the requirements of defamation under the criminal code. Essentially, it's a public broadcast. She has, without any evidence, gone ahead and referred to a 79-year-old man as Chor, which and also asked for his public execution.
Before the SIT,
honestly, I should say they should be very careful because they are breaking several legal provisions and can end up being in trouble.
Before the SIT,
I am not here to
and he's also put it before the police in 2021, but nothing happened.
Okay, one question is, let me get in Ishkaran. Ishkaran, should Champat Rai's name have been in the FIR? I know you're leaning towards the BJP, but should his name have been in the FIR? Now, Champat Rai and Anil Mishra are in responsible positions as General Secretary and Trustee of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kshetra Trust. They have resigned from their positions as confirmed by the Director of Information, Government of Uttar Pradesh. Should their names have been in the FIR? Unmute, please, unmute.
Arnab, two short answers, because let us not mince words. All those guilty need to be given the harshest punishment possible, because it is not mere chori from the mandir. Absolutely. It is also chori from lakhs of people who contributed, fought for 500 years to make a temple. There are people who are still fighting that government should not control temples. These buggers have given them a cause to say why should there be trusts on temple, because when there is a trust you can have such choris. Of course we know what is happening in Waqf. Of course there are innumerable cases of other religious institutions where chori is done, but only temples are controlled, and these people have significantly harmed the interest of reclaiming temples from government control because of their desire to enrich themselves and do chori. We do not have Taliban style punishments, nor do we have Sartan se juda, but as per law all of them need to be not only punished, all their assets needs to be seized, and we need to give exemplary punishment, and in a fast track court within months we need to have transparency of who all was involved, what money did they make, where did that money go, so that the people, the confidence of the people is restored. Forget political rights. This is chori from a mandir, and a mandir for which people have struggled for 500 years. So that, 1 second, don't interrupt. I'm asking for transparency, I'm asking for time bound, and I'm asking in 3 months account for every paisa to whomsoever the paisa went.
Let the UP government take over the temple.
We cannot have BHP trusts to be. You keep quiet. If you people had your say, Ram Mandir would have never been built. If you people had your say, anybody wanting Ram Mandir would have been in jail. So at least
not about that. If we had our say, the temple would have been running
people who believe in Bhagwan Ram and people who believe it has happened, let them speak.
So you please, government ka mandir hai. Chanda belongs to the people, and the government will control. That is how it should be. Give it to Adityanath. I have no problem. It's a BJP government. Let the government handle the temple. I don't mind.
No matter how high the person is, no matter what past service a person may or may not have done, if anybody is involved, that person
don't belong to the Sangh.
Held accountable.
My view on the matter. My view on the matter. I've spoken to a lot of people.
They are not supposed to be for Chandra.
Vivek, 1 minute. Vivek, this is not the Communist Party of India which took money from the Soviets to build a party office. Now, my question to Ashish is.
No, we don't take any money. Don't try to divert.
You took action. You took action against the communist leader who wanted to donate blood to Indian Army, organize a blood camp for Indian Army.
Ashish,
मैं योगी आदित्यनाथ के खिलाफ हूँ, लेकिन मंदिर सरकार को दो, यूपी गवर्नमेंट को दो. ये खत्म करो ट्रस्ट. The temples cannot be run by RSS and Vishnu Hindu Parishad.
Leader who wanted to collect blood for Indian soldiers when India was on war with China. Did you demand
that nonsense you are talking? You are trying to divert. Don't try to say the Chanda Chori.
India was fighting the China war. Please answer that question.
You are the president of Ram Mandir.
Chanda Chori for doing a blood donation drive.
You are the president of Ram Mandir. Chanda Chor
to defend Bharat against China. Did you not support China? You answer that.
I know you are the president of that Andolan.
I now want to go to Ashish. Ashish and Nalin. Nalin, you say there is nothing called a moral victory. I say there is nothing called moral accountability. There has to be administrative and financial accountability. So, Nalin, are you protecting Champat Rai? Question 1, allow me to complete. The highest administrative level of the trust must be blamed, not the lowest administrative level. I refuse to believe that this kind of an organized theft which has happened over many months and years could have happened only by the cash counting staff. Therefore, I want to know whether you will call him for questioning, whether his name will be included in the FIR, or whether you are trying to give him an honorable exit by telling him to quietly resign, right, and lay the blame on others. We need to realize. Don't. You don't want. Yeah, 1 minute. I will allow Ashish an intervention on this, because, you see, you must not give the impression, Nalin, of protecting Champat Rai either. While I condemn in the strongest words the call for his public execution by Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, but Ashish is taking advantage of the fact that you are seen to be protecting him a wee bit, giving him an exit. Am I right, Ashish? Ashish first. Nalin after Ashish. Ashish first.
Okay. I think Arnab, this time you rightly brought out the crux of the matter. Only those at a very low level have been named in the FIR, whereas all those who are in responsible position, why are they excluded from the FIRs? There are people who are claiming on social media that we gave certain donations, we gave gifts which were in gold and silver, and there were no receipts given for it till date.
Oh, losing the line there. To which I asked there, and I want to bring Priyanka in. Priyanka, you made a couple of faux pas tonight. I give you one more opportunity.
Who are at a very lower level? Or is it not the responsibility of those who are in...
Bad link.
May I answer this, Anna? Because you've asked some serious questions and they deserve it.
My point is that a perception is going around right now that you want to blame those directly involved and not find out who the real masterminds are.
Let me take the bull by its horns and give you straight answers. Yes. First, no one, and I'm repeating this word clearly, no one who is directly or indirectly responsible for any theft or anything what would be considered illegal in the Ram temple will be spared or protected. That is our clear, unequivocal stand. Two, the question with regard, Priyanka ji, we don't need you to laugh because, you have no faith even in Lord Ram. You've just now on TV asked for the public execution of an old man. So therefore, honestly, it's not something to laugh. You really should be very worried about what you have said. And honestly, I wish you well, because I'm not here to wish anybody ill. But honestly, you really crossed all limits by asking for public execution in India. Something that we have seen only done in countries that we can't even compare. Okay.
So why are you scared of my question?
Mr. Goswami.
So why are you scared of my question? You've not even named Champat Rai once. You couldn't take his name. एक छोटा सा सवाल ले लीजिए सर. एक छोटे से कार्यकर्ता से. आप बहुत बड़ी पोजीशन में हैं.
I mean, if we need any drama and all this, it can be National School of Drama or the Aam Aadmi Party. But I think we should really continue with the serious part of this debate.
He's telling you to go to the National School of Drama.
If I have a question, it can't be called a drama.
Conscience of the people
so it's okay. You can call me whatever names.
Okay, so therefore I'm saying,
you should see the kind of galis they ask the trolls to give me on my Twitter account.
For them to know the stand of the BJP and for them to know where we stand on Ram Temple. Ram Temple is not a political, it's a matter of phenomenal faith and it is something that we will not tolerate anything illegal or anything of breaking. Priyanka ji, either you let me speak, आप बोल लीजिए if you are in love with your voice. आप बोल लीजिए.
As a lawyer, I want to understand, sir, it's very new. So this is a new kind of investigation. SIT बनी, SIT जिसने देखी, उसने choose किया, FIR किस पे होगी और जो main perpetrator है, वो resign कर गए. अब आप मेरे को बताओ कि आपने कहा कि जिसने भी किया होगा नहीं छोड़ेंगे. आपने कहा ना जिसने किया होगा नहीं छोड़ेंगे. सर पर कैसे पकड़ोगे जब उसका FIR में नाम ही नहीं है?
वो तो किसी के.
सर जब investigation ही नहीं होगी तो कैसे पकड़ोगे सर?
This is it. I mean, we know what you stand for.
मेरे को बताओ ना पकड़ोगे कैसे जब उनका नाम ही नहीं है FIR में, जब उनका नाम ही नहीं है, कहीं आया ही नहीं, आपने छुपा लिया.
Priyanka ji, I can't really solve your legal illiteracy, and I really can't help you.
You have called her a legal illiterate.
Investigation.
Please help me,
for that, you will need to join a law school.
Please, I took a 3-year break to be in full-time politics.
You will learn something, and I seriously suggest.
Please tell me, sir. Please apprise me of the law, of the latest law.
He will tell you what the criminal procedure is.
Punish somebody.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and now give you a lecture on legal
if he's the true perpetrator. How will that happen, sir? Sir, how will that happen?
You are not listening. If you don't listen, how will you get an answer?
People are saying that No.
If you don't listen, how will you get an answer?
My question, let me repeat it in a more
your
coherent
own voice
manner.
Is going to be the answer to your own question, then talk to yourself.
1 minute. 1 minute, sir. Please, sir. Please. Sir, please.
No,
sir.
please what? I
I'm
was speaking and addressing
for
Mr.
example,
Goswami. You're the one who
there are
interrupted me.
There are several people saying.
No, what do you mean
that
several
they
people? I
gave
was answering the
Champat Rai
question that
itna
Mr. Goswami
chandi,
asked me.
said
You're
he
the
will
one who
give the
interrupted
receipt
me.
later.
And you are
Or
asking me
there
for
are several
courtesy.
people like Rishikesh Upadhyay who sold a property worth 20 lakh for 18.5 crore while Champat
Now, I'm
Rai was
glad to
present
know that you are the
because he was
patwari of that
mayor's
place and you
nephew.
seem to have all
But
the
he's not
details.
named in any FIR.
At least good to
so
know
how
that
will
you
you
are the
punish
patwari
him,
of that
sir?
area.
When there is nowhere. No, sir. I have filed a complaint myself. That is why I know. Because Sanjay Singh ji unearthed
Very
these
good.
documents.
So your
I made the
complaint will see the
FIR.
light of the
I
day,
filed
it's not
the
politically
Ayodhya
driven,
Kotwali
and if it has
in
merit in it.
2021. But nothing has happened, sir. So my question is, how will you punish him, sir? That is my question, sir. I hope my question was clear.
Let me first answer what
How will
Mr.
you punish
Goswami
the
asked me, because
accused
after all it is
who's been
his show,
named by so
not
many
yours.
people,
When
but
you
he's
start
not
your
accused
own
in any
TV
documents?
channel or a YouTube channel, I'm sure you will have the full right to ask questions to your guests.
I'll let your
But
viewer
now can I
decide,
at least answer the questions that Mr.
BJP has a
Goswami had asked
problem.
me?
ये लोगों को कम हाँकते हैं. इनको लगता है कि लोगों की IQ बीजेपी नेताओं की जितनी है. They are very mistaken.
Now, answer the question. See, you call for the public execution of Champat Rai, and nothing you do after that is going to, cover up for
may I
that.
answer
Would
your
you like to?
question, Mr.
Would you like
Goswami?
to
You
take
asked
back your
some very,
comment
very
on the
serious
public
questions.
execution
And
or
I
call for a
believe
public
we should
execution
answer
of Champat Rai? You should do that actually before the program.
I can make it more polished. Anybody who's involved in chanda chori, उनको publicly फांसी देनी चाहिए.
That's not
लाख से
anybody.
ऊपर
No. Do you take back your previous demand for the public execution of Champat Rai?
I'm not here to please you, Arnab.
No, please, you can take it back. There's nothing. There's no ego issue on this.
It is not about ego issue. That man has not been named and you're still coming in his defense. I don't understand.
Yeah, but you want to
Is he giving
execute
money
him
for you
publicly.
for this show?
As a responsible leader, you call for his public execution.
Public will, but the way things, he's not even named in an, can you believe it?
Why do you have this
He should
lynch
be-
mob
I mean,
attitude towards the
imagine
case?
the kind of, they played with people's astha. Do you know how people were emotionally connected? People died for the construction of Ram Mandir.
Yeah,
You know
which is
how
why
much-
Arvind Kejriwal said that my nani told me that Ram Lalla should never be there.
He's saying
At the same site where the Babri Masjid once stood.
आप चंपत राय के साथ खड़े हो लो. Fine, you
Come on.
chosen your side, right? We are different, bro. You stand with Champat Rai.
No, I say to you that your call for the Taliban-style public execution of Champat Rai is an unfortunate comment that you should revise. I'm just being
But
very...
this government supports the Taliban government. They gave them funding even during COVID. 200
Oh, you
crores
want to
was
discuss
given to
geopolitics
Taliban,
now?
Who has a problem with women getting educated? You stand with that government, okay?
See, Priyanka, anything you say
Mr. Goswami,
is
you
on
asked some
record.
serious questions. May I answer those questions?
I would say that my question was more specific. See, Shantanu, why is Champat Rai and Anil Mishra's name not in the FIR?
Currently, the preliminary report of 60 hours of work by 3 very senior officers. One is a 2004 batch officer, IS officer. One is a 2008 batch IPS officer who was in CBI and Interpol also. And one is the officer from the finance department. These people interviewed 100 people. And prima facie is the primary report.
But did he become a law unto himself?
There will be 15 more days and we will do further more research. So let's wait for that.
Satisfies you? I mean, he's saying I can't put it at this
केजरीवाल
stage.
के खिलाफ चवन्नी का सबूत नहीं था.
Oh,
जेल
God.
डाल दी उनको.
जेल पे है अभी वो. He's on bail. He's on bail. Arvind
यहाँ पे इतने
Kejriwal is
सबूत
on
है.
bail.
FIR में भी नहीं है वो.
He's on bail.
चंपत राय FIR में भी नहीं
He's
है.
on bail.
Sharp fight, Ashish.
He's on bail. He's not.
We just want that all those who are actually involved should be named in the FIR and they should be rightfully legally punished, those who are involved, and the standard of...
Everyone is asking for the same. Everyone is asking for the same.
Nalin wants to come in.
The SOPs which were made should be followed so that it doesn't reoccur.
Mr. Goswami, first of all, anyone, and I'm saying it again, anyone, no matter who, if there is a criminality involved with the Ram Temple, action will follow. That is our clear stand. 2, the investigation has revealed the perpetrators of the crime, the people who are actually involved in stealing the money, the donation. They've been arrested based on that SIT's work. Now, whether there is a conspiracy, involvement of anything else, the investigation will certainly show it. In 3 days, we've achieved 8 arrests. And we know people who have actually taken the money. Now, were those people collecting the money on others' instructions? Were they sharing that money which was stolen with anybody else? That is what now the custodial interrogation of such people will reveal. And whoever, irrespective of who, if there is an angularity that they were aware of the theft of donations, or they were involved
Does that
in the
satisfy
theft
you,
of donations,
Priyanka, Vivek?
or if it was involved in actually sharing the theft of the donations, will face the music in terms of the investigation and law.
You would have come to the conclusion at whose behest they are doing it. आपने interrogation ही नहीं किया इसका मतलब 15 दिन में. You have not interrogated these 8 people. In 15 days, what were you doing?
Priyanka.
In these 8 days, in these 15
What
days,
are you living in,
you
man?
do not know who are the people at whose behest it was happening.
अर्नब जी इनको कहिए एसआईटी की रिपोर्ट सार्वजनिक कर दें. आई थिंक उसी में नाम होगा तभी रेजिग्नेशन नहीं होगा. लेट्स सी. मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आ रही. पीएम कॉल्ड दैट मैन. He refused. Who is Champat Rai to refuse the summons of our honorable PM? इतना क्यों भाव मिल रहा है उनको? कौन बचा रहा है?
Yes. No, even PM Cares Fund is like that. There is no transparency.
Nalin.
Even PM Cares Fund, no transparency.
Nalin, you see, is Champat Rai being given a long rope?
Liye jao, khaye jao.
Champat Rai ji's name is synonymous with the Vishwa Hindu Parishad's consistent movement for a Ram temple. That the person who has been accused and arrested was an associate of Champat Rai ji is known. The question that needs to be seen, and we will know that, is whether that person who's actually been involved in the theft of money, whether he was doing that with the knowledge of Champat Rai ji or not. That is what will become clear. But can you ask for Champat Rai ji's execution publicly?
Priyanka, you must. I give you one more opportunity.
No report
is asking. VHP is asking that Champat Rai's role be assessed. VHP is also asking this. VHP say na, VHP is also raising finger at him. पर ये बीजेपी क्यों बचा रही है? Beyond me is what I'm asking. Why should you?
Today you have a respect for the VHP.
No,
I want to be clear. Do you respect the VHP? Do you respect the work that Vishwa Hindu Parishad stands for? Are you a believer in the ideals of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad?
Now, you know, I think that I would say that I would say probably the appropriate thing. Priyanka, if I may come in.
What logic is that?
Priyanka, I would suggest that, you know, nobody should be seen to be getting covered. Priyanka, you must not get too verbally aggressive in your demands for action, which may appear to be sort of this lynch mob mentality. Is not necessary. But I would agree that phase by phase, week by week, day by day, information details must come out on where this investigation is going. Because people have been hurt by it. Yeah. So I would leave it at that.
Anyway, when he is not named.
Priyanka, I don't think you should call for the public execution of anyone. I think that's unfortunate. I thank you all.
Arnab, he should be at least named in the investigation.
Yeah, but not execution. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, okay, that's a fair demand, but not execution. Okay, this is going a different direction, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you. No calls for violence. No calls for violence, and I thank you very much. This is a matter that is deeply concerning, and we'll follow it up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow without fail. Good night and goodbye.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है.
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें.
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, इंडियाज लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील.
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ.
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right? There was. People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you. There were no paparazzis at that time. You're not that old. Don't No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi. You were no paparazzi at that time. There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now?
This is
There was no Viral Bayani then?
Back then, it was just,
What do you mean back then? If you keep talking, I'm over a decade older to you. If you keep saying back then I'll stop driving the car here.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean...
What am I then? Back then.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
जिंदल साथी सील है तो असली स्टेनलेस स्टील है.
तो जब भी आप स्टेनलेस स्टील पाइप्स एंड ट्यूब्स खरीदें, जिंदल साथी सील जरूर चेक करें.
जिंदल स्टेनलेस, India's leading producer of stainless steel.
जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है. तभी तो रिचमैन बनना नहीं आसान है.
Sir, what about safety from fire? केबल कौन सा लगाया है?
अरे केबल का क्या है, कोई भी चलता है.
यही चलता है, बाद में जलता है. 90% of the electrical fires are caused due to short circuit. Give lot of importance to consider fire safe cable. Ignamo, the fire safe cables from Dravid. Remember, business is safe if your cable is fire safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast, and the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, the 8 or 10 big things that could be happening at the national level soon. And on 9 p.m. tonight, no compromise on Ram Mandir. Why are those who are even afraid to go to the Ram Mandir, visit the Ram Mandir, questioning the action the Yogi government has taken? Ladies and gentlemen, there are 10 big things the government may do, and I believe that all of this could happen in the next 10 months. Now, there is nothing on record to say all of this is going to happen, but these are 10 things that the government may do, and I'll tell you their current status. First, we all know the BJP is going to go through a huge organizational reshuffle. You have a new BJP president. The BJP will be restructuring its organization from top down, new central leadership, new teams, major state level reshuffles, and this is aimed at strengthening the party before the 2027 assembly elections and the 29 Lok Sabha elections. Second big thing which will happen is I think there's going to be a big cabinet reshuffle, widely anticipated. This has been anticipated for the last year or so. Reports are suggesting fresh inductions, new talent, portfolio changes, greater representation to women, though there's been no official confirmation of this. Third, along with the cabinet reshuffle, there's going to be a governor's reshuffle, and the centre is thinking of considering appointments to vacant Raj Bhavans, sending some senior BJP leaders, some retiring NDA leaders, but this is going to complement the cabinet reshuffle. And then there's going to be a huge push for a 2/3 majority. It's already there. The NDA continues to improve the numbers. They're pushing hard to 360. In fact, if some abstain, then even 350. If more abstain, even 340 can be a 2/3 mark. But if they get these numbers, remember this is securing a key political objective before major reforms. And what are those reforms? Comes to number 5. Delimitation bill, one thing that the Modi government wants to push through, the Constitution 131st Amendment bill, the delimitation bill. What does this do? This changes the size of the Lok Sabha. It needs widespread parliamentary support. It needs the 2/3. So they want to try and do this and increase the number of MPs in the Lok Sabha to 800 plus. Along with that, never to be beaten down, they're going to push another time for the women's reservation bill, the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. It's already law, but its implementation is linked to delimitation. Unless that process is completed, the 33% reservation cannot be operationalized. And then there's going to be a multi-state UCC push. Uniform Civil Code in Bengal, Uniform Civil Code in Assam, Uniform Civil Code already in Gujarat, Uttarakhand. Imagine 20 states with the Uniform Civil Code. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be the preparations for the next assembly elections, the 2027 implementation of the assembly elections, a big question mark. And some people are suggesting that instead of May 2027, what if it happens in June? I'm not saying I have anyone on record on this, but I'm hearing things. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm hearing it could be pulled forward. That's going to be a big and explosive political start to 2027. And ladies and gentlemen, while that happens, we are all expecting and anticipating a push for the Uniform Civil Code at a national level. The current approach is to build momentum through state-level involvement and participation to prepare the political consensus required to make the Uniform Civil Code an inevitability in this country. But the big one that could happen in the next 10 months, the Constitution Amendment Bill remaining with the Joint Parliamentary Committee on One Nation, One Election, that requires 2/3. If this happens, and this I think is the ultimate reason for all this 360 2/3 business, the BJP realizes it needs 2/3 because once it gets them, if you understand the thinking of the NDA, the BJP and the Modi government, they're not going to wait. If it has 2/3, they will push for one nation and one election. That's going to positively transform politics in this country forever. 10 things that could happen. And I'll tell you if we have more in the future. Let's debate.
Is India moving towards a single unified law? From the push for a uniform civil code to the debate over one nation, one election. the next 10 months could witness some of the biggest structural changes in India's political landscape. In a big push, after Uttarakhand, Gujarat and Assam, West Bengal is all set to implement the Uniform Civil Code. Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari confirmed the state is going the same way.
देखिए, यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड बंगाल में होगा, एक प्रोसीड्योर होता है, हम लोग असेंबली में बताऊंगा, एक कमेटी बनता है, एक सिटिंग जज के नेतृत्व में, गुजरात, उत्तराखंड, आसाम में जिस तरीके से हुआ प्रोसीड्योर मानते हुए होगा, बाकी असेंबली में मानने बताऊंगा मैं.
Not just West Bengal, but Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and several other states are drafting their own civil code. On top of that, in the next 10 months, India is bracing for more political upheavals. The idea of a single national framework is also being discussed in the electoral space. With one nation, one election back on the reform agenda and a second push for the Women's Reservation Bill, the argument is simple. One law for all citizens, greater legal uniformity across India, but whether it is UCC or one nation, one election, the big question tonight is, are we seeing the first steps in India's path towards a unified national framework?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, starting the debate, I'm just giving a shout out to my producers to check my audio. I don't have audio through, but I'm beginning anyway. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Siddharth Yadav of the BJP, Deepak Reddy of the TDP, Shahid Siddiqui, very senior journalist, veteran journalist with us tonight, Faizan Kidwai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, and Sanjeev Srivastav, senior journalist, joining us from Jaipur. Now, I began by saying today, I want to start with Shahid Bhai. Shahid Bhai, I began by saying today that these are 10 things that may happen. And I gave my list. I have a feeling that these things are not going to happen in isolation. Many of these things are linked to each other. Delimitation is linked to Women's Bill. Women's Bill is linked to two-thirds. Two-thirds is in turn linked to the Uniform Civil Code push. The state-level Uniform Civil Code push is linked to the National Civil Code Uniform Civil Code push, which again could be linked to the timing of the state elections. Start with Shahid Bhai. Right? So Shahid Bhai, can you hear me? Do you agree with my assessment?
Yes, sir.
Which I began that there are 10 things that could happen?
Yes, sir. No. Absolutely everything is linked, but ultimately it's linked to BJP's desire to control India totally, not for the next election, for decades together. They want to leave a stamp of their ideology, of their whatever they believe in for the next for the generation or two. The way Congress left its stamp when the Constitution was made, the way the other political parties left their stamp, now BJP realizing that they may never get two-thirds majority by democratic process. So they have to manipulate it, they have to manage it, and they are trying to manage and manipulate the political system in order to get two-thirds majority and have the constitution the way they want, to have the political system the way they want, and that's exactly by whatever means.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Manipulate the system.
Why do you use the word
today? But I will say that they don't have the mandate to do it, because when the makers of the Constitution, they put this two-thirds majority issue because they thought that there should be mandate of the nation behind any of these changes. When a party which got 240 seats in the last election tries to manage two-thirds majority by other means, then I don't believe that they have the moral or the political authority to do it. But anyway, they will do it because legally they will have rewrite if they are able to manage that two-thirds majority.
Mr. Siddiqui, that I believe is a very cynical view. It's a very cynical view by you. Is a cabinet reshuffle illegal? is trying to get 2/3 majority illegal?
I think I've lost.
Hello, no, you're there. Can you have the audio? Okay, Sanjeev heard me there. I think that's a very cynical view. It's the view going around that the BJP wants to rule for the next 20, 30, 40 years. If you had been in power, wouldn't you want to rule for the next 20, 30, 40 years, Sanjeev Srivastava?
Maybe if I had the age on my side for next 200 years.
Oh, you do?
That's not the issue. But what Shahid Siddiqui was saying, he does have a point, and it's not a cynical view. When the constitutional makers put in this clause of 2/3 majority, I think the spirit was that the party has 2/3 majority. The way this majority is being put together by whether the parties are imploding or BJP is engineering splits, that's besides the point. But the BJP was reduced to not even having a clear majority on their own. They had a 240. They didn't reach the 272 mark. But having said that, if they are able to get the numbers and if they manage the 360 mark, like you mentioned, maybe not 360 less, if they can ensure absentee MPs or abstention, then at least politically they will be well within their right to go ahead with what they have in mind. Morally, ethically, I don't think those terms are any more relevant in today's scheme of things.
I think that is a very sad thing which you have just said. And you are both my seniors.
You're just getting me.
You're both my seniors.
Through Samdam Dandbhed.
Yeah.
It's not politics. So even a Narasimha Rao government survived by engineering a split. But
Okay.
they didn't try to go in for a 2/3 and constitutional amendments. Those are big things. And what Shahid was saying, the people are not behind that.